Howdy do. What's happening, beloveds? Yeah, sorry about that. I had a whole 6 minutes before I realized that the mic wasn't even on. I wasn't saying too much. I was really laughing. I spent a lot of time laughing. What's up, Eric Davis? Fatherland Videos. Aztec checking in. What's up, beloved? You want me to play that? What kind of song is that? What you got going on there, beloved? Let me see. What kind of song is that you got? Is that your music, Eric? I'll play it if it is. If I have permission to play it. So, I don't know if y'all saw that debacle last night. The funniest part, well, really the saddest part, was this young woman said, oh, it's a video stream? Okay. What's up, Buck? How are you, beloved? This young lady, well, I don't know if she a lady. She just had a baby. This is Aboriginal Power baby mama. I don't know if y'all heard that woman start cussing and yelling and all that shit, talking about she hate me. How the fuck do you hate a stranger? How you hate me but don't hate the nigga that you laid with that was begging another man for $60? I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. Love you too, Eric. You give me that song, I'll definitely play it. I'll definitely play it just because it's you, beloved, and just especially because it's an indigenous song. What's up, Seven God? How are you, beloved? Let me drop the link in here in case y'all want to get in. I'll come to y'all. Come talk to me. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, they gonna act like this Chief Holiday dude. What's up, Buck? How you doing, beloved? This Chief Holiday dude. That debacle was crazy. But all I could think about is that woman yelling, talking about she hate me and all this other shit, then going to go nurse her baby. That's what I thought about. I felt sorry for that baby. That type of transfer, shit crazy. These people bugged out. The Grandma Killer Tour is still popping though. If y'all ain't get y'all tickets, y'all could go to the website, www.nograndmakillers.com. You can purchase your tickets online for $35. Has the hotel information up for anybody that will be staying overnight in Atlanta for the event. I do have the rooms blocked off for Friday and Saturday, checking out Sunday. Yeah, so go to the website. The books are there. The rooms are there to book. They are locked in at a special No Grandma Killers rate. And you'll notice the difference because everything else is going to be super expensive because it's in CAA weekend. So you got to make sure that you got your lodging and stuff together. And you do have until March 20th to book those hotels before the hotels put them back for other people to utilize during that weekend. So definitely want to get on that, get your money together, and come on down and chill out with us. You know. So as it stands, let me just make it really clear. Anybody that you see me working with from this point forward, you know that there's a level of trust that is there, right? People that could pass a background check. Now, I don't know how it is that the people that could pass the background check, niggas is mad at them. The people that got the ancestry down pat, niggas is mad at them. I do notice that. I do notice that the hate is absolutely real. But the thing is, ain't nobody busting my motherfucking ass. That ain't gonna happen. And ain't nobody gonna make me stop talking about these frauds, snakes, scammers, and the like. I'm not really understanding why anybody thinks that they're gonna make me chill out from doing the right thing. You ain't hear none of these niggas talking. They even started defending Hemok last night. Nigga can't even go in his own hood, ducking in the goddamn seat of the car when he's riding through Memphis. But these are the type of niggas these niggas respect. And then look at these women loving and trusting on these no good ass niggas that's raping and pillaging the village. Y'all want them in, y'all let them stay in y'all house. Y'all can sing kumbaya, y'all can sing peace. all that other shit, peace in the Middle East, y'all could do all of that. I'm fine with it, but you're going to stay out the way and know that everything it is that y'all do is really not valid. If it ain't got grandma and grandpa in it, it ain't really valid. And that's going to be pretty obvious. So we're not really concerned about, you know, about too much in that regard. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, Martin Grand Rising? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, beloved. Farmers and Merrick all day. You already know. North Side Queens, North Side. So, you got these angry little birdies and shit like that, but these niggas ain't got no grandma to pull up. They ain't got nothing going on because they wouldn't be, first of all, if they did really have some shit going on, they damn sure wouldn't be protecting a nigga like Kalinago. You understand what I'm saying? You'd be too upset. You feel the disrespect. You can feel how grandma and grandpa are being taken advantage of posthumously with some of these clown ass niggas. Now, this is just the fucking truth. I really am trying to figure out how did these niggas pull the wool over some of these motherfuckers' eyes? How did they pull the wool over some of these people's eyes? I don't get that shit. I don't get it. Holiday got a pilgrim wife. I hear he got a mayonnaise colored wife. And this nigga sitting here talking shit. This is so interesting. So interesting. I'm pretty sure he's putting that baby oil on that nigga knees and shit. I'm pretty sure he helping that nigga rub down. That's some straight fruitcake shit. What's up, Coach? Bones, how you doing this morning? So I'll drop that link in there in case anybody want to get up here and talk or whatever. I ain't gonna spend too much time. I'm actually having my coffee and I did my meditation and all of that. Gave my supplications and my gratitude to the ancestors, and I could call them out by name. That's generally what I do. Um, and I've been focusing on one of my cousins. He's a fourth cousin. I guess that would be the child of my fourth great uncle. His name was Richard Fields. I believe he was born in 1863. And I've been shouting his name out and stuff like that. I gotta switch some of the pictures on my altar specifically for him. I just been picking up on a lot of stuff, going through some pictures and stuff for him. And this is also and I'm pretty sure it's like that. It's been like that with this particular ancestor because I've been dealing with them Cherokees and stuff, right? So again, and these are the people that are also attached to the Wolf Clan. So I'm trying to figure out how is these niggas Wolf Clan? You could tell these motherfuckers don't know their genealogy when they can ask you or make a stupid ass statement saying, well, how could you be all of those things? Well, if you got a Polish mother, a German grandfather, see, a half Chinese grandmother, and a half Russian grandfather, that would make you a mixture of a lot of different things, wouldn't it? It definitely would. So if you have half Monacan, half Cherokee, and half Choctaw, and half Pawnee, and you got some mixture of different tribes going on. It's not really that hard to understand. I don't know how these niggas is factoring in their mind, but you know they're really not factoring it because they are really not looking for grandma. Now, this lady Bethy got up there and asked for help with her genealogy. Then the next day, she is the genealogist for Chief Holiday, but ain't none of these niggas got no goddamn genealogy. I don't know how that shit works. But I do know that everybody witnessed these niggas go bananas, lose all their motherfucking integrity, lose all their good goddamn sense for Chief Kalinago. This shit ain't gonna die down. Them niggas is always going to be the niggas that represented the fraud. They're always gonna be that. They're always gonna be that. They're always gonna be the niggas that was hating on the No Grandma Killers tour. Always gonna be the niggas that could have did their own thing but didn't do shit but be messy on YouTube and wonder why everybody else ain't participating in them being messy on YouTube. So this is kind of this is epic. I'm glad we got to see this though. I'm really glad we got to see this because it shows a lot. I wish any of these niggas would think that somebody gonna call them a motherfucking chief. Somebody call these clowns a chief of what? A chief of who? I want to see. How about Kalinago and What's this nigga? Holiday, let's show grandma pics. Let's trade pics of grandma. Let's see what y'all grandma's dealing with. Wanna do that? Let's show how many Indians we got in the family. Let's have a little challenge. Let's see if these niggas really about that life. I know they not about that life. Kalanago ain't got no goddamn family tree. Well, that ain't true. Everybody has a tree. But I'll tell you, he ain't got no goddamn North American Indians in that motherfucker. He ain't got no goddamn North American Indians. I want to see. I want to see. I don't really gotta worry about too much now, especially since my family's already the ones that wanted to. They've already applied. That's their right. They want to be you know, they got a right to be recognized. That's what they want to do. I ain't gonna stop them. This coffee is good. I'm not gonna stop them. What's up, Julian? How are you, beloved? So I want to know what these niggas Indians look like. So I definitely want to challenge them. And let's go grandma for grandma till a nigga run out. Grandma and grandpa for grandma and grandpa and see who run out of motherfucking kinfolk first. Let's see. Let's see about that. I know damn well. 1 second, y'all. I know damn well these niggas ain't got that tree shaking. I know damn well they don't. Sorry, I'm replying to a text. These niggas ain't got no goddamn family tree. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Yamini? Hope everything's healthy. How you doing today? Yeah, so you know, these niggas ain't got no goddamn tree. They ain't got shit to stand on. And then I'm dying because these niggas talking about I got a nation. I got a nation. Nigga, don't nobody recognize your motherfucking nation? What nation y'all got? Donation? Whole nation? Whole nation? There's a donation. There's got to be a whole nation too. A lot of these niggas is whole ass niggas. And the women who love them. Ain't my motherfucking cup of Hennessy. I'll tell you that much. I want to know if these niggas is really about that life. Because I know they not. Skyhand, that nigga don't got his genealogy. Wild Fox, that nigga ain't got no genealogy. Homegirl Bethy came on the show saying that she needed help with her genealogy, but then just named herself as a genealogist. I don't know how. These niggas wouldn't know what to look for, especially considering how they blacked everybody out, mulattoed everybody out, negroed everybody out. I want to know if they know what the significant factors are. Good morning, Chad. What's happening, beloved? I want to know if they know what the significant factors are that identify who is the Indian and who is not. Can they get into those details? I'm really interested in knowing if these people are able to get into the intricacies that are involved that'll help us win our case when it's all said and done. You better know which side is the winning motherfucking side. And I'll tell you what, it ain't gonna be no niggas shaking no goddamn carrot at no old ladies, right? Ain't gonna be that. And it ain't gonna be no funny looking nigga like Holiday, right? Looking like Eddie Grant. We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue ass looking nigga. Drinking private stock, sipping on private stock. It's the type of niggas. I want to give a shout out to Gabriel Rich and Derek Americas. It's their new year. I want to wish them Indians a happy, happy new year. Happy, happy new year to them. I get along with the Pisces. Really good, really good, really good. Definitely want to shout them out. Gabriel Rich will be on the tour as well. He will be helping us host. Let me see who else we got going on here. Any other birthday shout outs I need to give? There's quite a few Pisces. My sister's birthday is coming up, and this is the sister that had an asthma attack last summer, and she hasn't recovered. She was without oxygen for far too long. So I do have a sister that is never going to be the same. Yes, and her birthday will be coming up, and she'll actually be turning 41. So I'm gonna make sure I get up there to the hospital and go see her and give her lots of love. Yeah, give her lots of love. Yeah, this Chief Holiday look like Eddie Grant, but he missing a few feet because this nigga like 5 foot nothing. He probably weigh about 50 pounds, soaking wet with a brick in his back pocket. And it's the type of time these niggas is on. So, but I doubt they ready to, do that 20K challenge. They're not really about that life. They're not really about that life. But it is good to know that all these haters are so actively hating. And being that they're actively hating, they are definitely not actively planning. They are not actively building. They are actively wasting a lot of motherfuckers' time. A lot of people's time. And that's some shit you can't get back. So I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but there's some things that I prefer not to be wasted, and that's my food. And then there's my money, and most importantly is my time, right? A lot of these niggas ain't got no perception of that anyway. So I'm gonna go talk about this disturbing ass story that I saw. Let me just show y'all this shit. I don't know how long this has been going on. This is a story out of Mississippi. And I don't know if the brother was an inmate, but I saw something very disturbing. And this man was posted a video, and he basically talked about how they stole his brother's organs. By the time that I saw it, of course, he was just explaining that his something happened to his brother, and when he went to go identify the body, his brother's organs were missing. And he did have a really really graphic video. Um, where he had the people at the hospital basically show him the cadaver. And this is where he noticed that his brother's organs were missing. I don't know. He did say that it was on the driver's license. The man showed a picture of the driver's license. However, it was really small and kind of illegible because of the glare from the lighting that was in the room. So there was some things missing from it that you couldn't see to, identify where exactly it says that this young man was an organ donor. So, and again, this is out of Mississippi. Let me try and find it and pull it up. Now, I need to know, what are people doing proactively? If you have to wait to hear instructions from someone in the Aboriginal community before you move forward with a problem that's pressing you in your face, y'all gonna have some issues. Y'all gonna have some issues. At this point, anything that you have learned from the American Indian community should be beneficial and useful to you by now. If not, you're not in the right place. If any of this information has not been beneficial or useful to you at this point, then you are definitely in the wrong place. In the wrong place. And I'm going to suggest that you find the right place to get in. Because you're only going to be in the way over here, especially if you don't know what it is exactly that you're doing and what you're doing it for. Clearly, y'all don't care who y'all doing it with. Y'all letting, Chief Baby Oil on y'all set a whole lot. And y'all niggas ain't gonna live that shit down that y'all really was protecting this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really not gonna live that shit down. Y'all was just going ham over Kalinago fake ass. Then they all started protecting Hema. That shit is hilarious. You could tell these niggas is cowards or they down with the scam. It's one or the other. Ain't no in between with the shit. Ain't no in between with it. Ain't no in between. So now you know not to trust these niggas, especially these one with these fucking fluorescent green feathers and shit. Where these niggas get these plastic ass dust the ceiling fan feathers from? And he makes the headdress and he makes the mockery and all this other shit. I'm really sure some months back when the Native Americans and the Pan Frogs had hit me back and said, Phoenix, They hit me on a this is when I realized that you can have a video or a direct message conversation on what do you call it on Instagram. My phone started ringing. It's a ringtone that I'm not familiar with, and I couldn't figure out where the hell this noise was coming from, what app this noise was coming from. Okay, so it was Instagram, and it was the Native Americans and the Pan-Fives, the Joseph Floreses and that whole gang. And they're saying, Phoenix, where you been? You better get back out here. The Indians out here fucking shit up. They don't fight like you. They out here losing. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell y'all want? Why y'all keep calling me? We miss you, Phoenix. We miss you. At least you got some shit we can't debunk. But you better get out here and do something with your kids. Like, what the hell is they talking about? Not really certain what they talking about. So what I'm from my understanding, what they were talking about is the mess that these fake ass chiefs been putting out, the mess that these fake ass chiefs been a part of, perpetuating, and putting out there. This is part of they missionary shit. These niggas is missionaries. That is an absolute fact. And they got a big old stake. They got a stake in something, and that stake got something to do with the Indian losing. That's what they want. This is why them niggas go over all these places and get their ass whipped in debates, because they can't debate grandma. They can't stick to that topic because they don't know her. They don't know that lady. They don't know that lady. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that lady. And that's a serious problem. That's a serious problem. Like I said, we ain't gonna stop calling these niggas out. They ain't gonna get, every last breath. But what's gonna happen is we not gonna let them live this shit down. These niggas sheltered Kalinago. These niggas was putting their loving arms around motherfucking Hemoxila. You see what type of time these niggas on. So now that puts them in the line with who? The Frank Chasers, the Dragon Tamers, all of that. All of that. All of that. That's a sad place to be at. That's a sad place to be at. What's up, Lone Wolf? How you doing, beloved? Chief Holiday helped a lot of people realize they are from here. He couldn't have did it without genealogy. He told a lot of people that they were from here, but you can't help anybody realize they are from here without any genealogy, right? You can't do it. It's all speculation until you got it in black and white in front of you. It's all speculation. It's a better speculation than thinking that somebody came on a goddamn slave ship, crunched up for X amount of weeks, flat on their back, packed up like sardines. Yeah. It's definitely, a little different than that. But that nigga can't help no people realize nothing if that man can't even tell you which part of the tree he fell from. And they can't. But here we go. Chad Murdoch, you could jump on if you want to. King Wow, long as y'all don't start fighting and shit like that. But if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, you definitely can jump on. We ain't going through all of that other shit. Not gonna do that. I know that's right. King Wow. You Bradby or Atkins? I got poor monkey too. That's what's up. So yeah. Anyway, these niggas, they ain't got no smoke. They ain't got no grandmas. And if they in the nation, how come these niggas is out here struggling with genealogy? What nation they got that's struggling with motherfucking genealogy? It's a good question. And I'm sure these niggas gonna have a difficult time answering this shit. I have a difficult time answering this. After we finish what we got going on over here, we definitely need to, start dealing with the islands in Central and South America. When I first was introduced to Dark Man, and I did the show on Jamaica, the Jamaican Constitution, and I did the show on the Haitian Constitution. I notified our people in the islands that they were going to have some specific fights that only they can handle, right? That only they can handle. Just like there's going to be some specific battles here stateside that only we are going to be able to handle, right? That's there's nothing personal and there's no separation or distinction, right? When it comes to that. Not for me anyway. I don't act funny to anybody from any of the Americas, right? I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Especially when they not trying to act like they gonna tell us who we are and shit. I don't got no problem with that. I don't got no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is these niggas aiding and abetting these motherfucking frauds. Aiding and abetting these frauds. And that is what a lot of them are doing. And we not gonna let nobody wiggle out that shit. We ain't gonna let nobody wiggle out of the fact that they went all out their way and created all these motherfucking problems to shelter a known crook. A known fucking crook. This type of time these niggas is on. This is the type of time these niggas is on. Let me drop this in here again. I missed it the first time. I want to pull this up right here. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. These niggas went hard for the dude of Zamunda. Prince of motherfucking Zamunda. Let me pull this up. Now, this is pretty graphic. I'm going to let y'all know this is seriously graphic. So if you ain't got the stomach, you might want to turn away. This is so sad. And this is regarding the brother who posted about, you know, the people with the that took his brother's organs. Gotta figure this out. Definitely want to put a hedge of protection around these people, but the only hedge of protection really comes from old ladies and old men, and that's grandma and grandpa. I don't know how to stress it enough. This is also how I know a lot of people are not really active in fighting their own battles. And I also know that they're not using the Civil Rights Act. They're not using it. And a lot of them, they better not use it because they're not Indian. I don't suggest you fuck around and use it, especially if you can't prove that you are who you say you are. They're going to run into some serious, serious issues. Some serious, serious issues. Okay. I don't know if y'all ready for this video. This shit is wild. This shit wild. This shit wild. This shit wild. And shit is sad. Let me see if I could get this open for y'all. Okay, here it is. We got real live problems going on. What's up, Macadon? How you doing, beloved? We got real live shit going on. So let me show y'all this video. I'm telling y'all, if y'all got a weak stomach, turn away now. Don't get mad. This is some serious shit right here. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Un momento. This is pretty like I said, this shit is graphic as hell. Awful, 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 awful. Okay. Let me read y'all what this says. This is really serious. When Gapo, beloved. Now I'm telling y'all, if you don't got the stomach for this, turn away. Because this shit is real. Okay? So this young brother says, this is March 5th at 5:52 p.m. And the brother says, I'm crushed on the inside. I have nightmares. I'm starting to be very paranoid of death ever since I seen what the authorities down here in Jackson, Mississippi did to my brother. They took his organs out of his body. They left him in a hospital an entire week after knowing he had an irreversible condition. And the brother has a Mississippi code, 41363, says that it's illegal. My brother died from severe injuries to his brain, his stem. This video is also proper cause to have his body exhumed. His organs were excellent. We have many videos of everything they told us in the hospital. As we solve this case, we can kind of convince someone to listen and help based on evidence, not opinions or feelings. In my heart, I'm concerned that the ones we trust to uphold the law and our Constitution and rights might be working to keep this case quiet and pushed under the pile of the rest of the unsolved homicides that occur within our city. Make sure you share this again. Make sure you share this. No more keeping silent. God bless my brother's soul, and my heart go out to all who have been victims of this senseless, sad acts of black on black crimes that can't be stopped, that can be stopped or prevented or compressed to a minimal by our leaders. So I'm going to go ahead and show the video. And this does contain some pretty graphic content. So if you are weak stomach, turn away.
Brother. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Can you open it up a little bit, please? Please open it up a little bit. Okay, I understand it. Please open it up. I want to really see what they did to my brother. Open it up, please. Oh, man. Oh. Man, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Let's go. See, it's gonna be all right, man. We're gonna get these bitches, man. We're gonna...
Now, can you imagine what this family probably going through? I want to know which one of these motherfuckers making a beeline to go out there and go assist. What type of in game do they have? What type of reactionary game do they have to protect their people? To protect anybody? What is it that they have? What is it that they are able to do? What can they do for real? Where is the evidence that they are actually about some shit that is conducive to the well-being of the American Indian? I need to see it. I need to see it. Because I don't believe these niggas. I don't believe these niggas. They ain't got nothing for this. I'd love to hear how they would respond and spring into action for one of these types of situations. I want to know, how would they respond to these particular types of situations as these so-called chiefs, as these so-called, how would they respond to these types of situations? That's a good question, Original Lone Wolf. I'm looking further into it. This was sent to me by one of the brothers in the American Indian community to bring to my attention. And I had to sit on it a day or two so that I can actually get a connection. I needed to get a connection in order to be able to thoroughly research, the way that I would research, particularly if this was one of my family members. But I guarantee you that these so-called leaders, they ain't got nothing for y'all. They ain't got nothing for y'all. They ain't got nothing for their family. They ain't got nothing for their family. So you got to be careful who it is that you are calling your chief. Okay. Got to be careful who it is that you are calling your family, right? Who these people talking about? Nation what? Where they at with it? What would they do? They can't even fix their own child support issues. These niggas got warrants all over the place for little dumb shit. They in their 50s and still got warrants and shit. Little dumb shit. This ain't nothing that happened back in the 90s or nothing like that. This is new shit that happened recently. Yeah, these people, they're a fucking joke. They're a fucking joke. I want to see any of them that, you know, have been able to successfully retrieve their people from the oppressor. Hold on one second. I see a. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How do you ask somebody? How do you ask somebody that? Do you have anyone at home who will miss you? Why would you even make somebody worry by saying something like that? Look at the language of that dialogue. Do you have anyone at home that will miss you? Who will miss you? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry you even had to go through that, L. Austin, but I'll tell you what, if you wasn't on top of it, if she didn't have you, what they would have done? What would they have done to her? There's really no way of telling. There's really no way of telling. They put something in the IV that made her sick. And whatever it was that was in that IV probably cost $4,000 or $5,000. That's probably 4 or 5,000 of the portion of the medical bill. Whatever it was. Whether it was to help or to hurt. And I'm sure whatever it was to help was probably something we got in our own backyard that they suggest we go to Home Depot and get weed killer and kill it. Right? Shit don't make no sense, man. I am so sorry that you had to go through that, L. Austin. I don't know. I know that's right, beloved. I'd have burnt that bitch down with you. I'd have sure carried the goddamn gas can. You ain't lying. I'd have gave you the match or something. You bet. You bet that shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all gotta be careful. I know for a fact, my friend's wife, she had I don't want to say a simple stroke because it ended up taking her away from him and their children. However, she had a surgery that would have been really, really minimal, and she would have been able to survive. But because she was an organ donor, they cut every single corner and gave every single excuse um, not to operate. And the simple operation certainly would have saved her life, you know, certainly would have saved her life. So, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Ohio player. That's awful. That's awful. And these are the type of things that we're supposed to have set up in place to make sure that, we could spring into action. You know how when something happened before, people will call depending on how spicy the meatball was, Al Sharpton, bitch ass. But depending on how spicy the meatball was, they would be able to call I think it was the National Action Network or something like that. And it depended, like I said, depending on how big the story was, if it made Al Sharpton feel like he had something to do or be able to perform a vitriolic banter filled rant, then certainly he'd spring into action. But they were able to get up and go wherever it is that they needed to be, right? That's the type of time we need to be on. When something's going down in Mississippi, we need to have a team of elite legal eagles that are able to spring into action and make sure that either the grieving family is protected and they don't leave anything unturned. Because when you're having all of those issues going on, it's hard to remember a lot of things, a lot of those details. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those details. So, like I said, they will not operate. It could be a simple operation. If you are an organ donor, they will let you bleed to death from a paper cut. Just know that. They will dance all the way around saving your life to have those organs. That is an entire fact. 427 Indigenous guys, I need you to tell mom to remove that. Remove that. You can put it in a will, and your final will and testament. You could let them know where you want your organs to go. You can donate them to science. I don't know if you can chronologically freeze them or whatever until maybe perhaps somebody in the family needs it or what. But I definitely wouldn't want it to go to a stranger, right? I certainly wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't. But I know for a fact that organ donors, they are the last people to be saved by simple things. And that's crazy. So if you have organ donor on your driver's license, you know for a fact they will not save you over the simplest of surgeries. I'm gonna just tell you that. Just put it out there. Keep it real. Um, there. So Cleveland Clinic is dirty, huh? I don't know anything about that. You know what? For instance, now a friend of mine, I just got this. I think it was Saturday. They sent it to me. Now this their cousin. She's younger than me, but I've known her since she was younger. She's grown now. Well, she's gone now, but she's a young adult. She was a young adult woman. I think about 30 years old. And she was at a strip club in Albany, New York. She didn't work there all the time, but throughout the years, apparently, she worked in this place. Now they have her on video, uh, voluntarily taking these two pills, a couple of pills. I don't know how many it were, but she definitely popped something. And no one forced her to do it. To make a long story short, she passed out. They took her to what I call would probably be the champagne room. There's this little store that's hardly ever open that's directly attached to the particular strip club. They lay her down on the couch. Then they're paranoid because she's unresponsive. And instead of calling the ambulance, they decided to let her sleep until they actually closed the strip club. They went in that woman's pocketbook, got her keys out, took that woman's body and placed her in her house on the floor of her own house. Now, all of these things are on camera. The people handling her, one of the bouncers, one of the strippers, handling her limp body. Okay, and they took her and put her in a car, and they took her home and laid her out on her floor. Her boyfriend came to the house to check on her, found her unresponsive on the floor. She was already ice cold at that point. Already ice cold, rigor mortis setting in and everything. So when this occurred, the first thing I tell them is start doing, find out who owns the place. There's always been some shady business throughout the years that I know of at this particular establishment. People leaving the establishment. It's always been some sort of drama that I've heard of throughout the years. However, this young lady passed away in this place. So my first response to it was a FOIA request. You put in a FOIA request to find out who owns the establishment. What is it that they were so important that the police and everybody else are looking to hide the events that occurred in the strip club? But what makes this strip club so holy and sanctified and, give it a reason to be spared from any type of, bad publicity or bad press or anything like that? Some reason the owner of this place is like the golden child in this particular area. So in my mind, that means that he's got people in places that are able to cover up some of these things, right? So now someone took a picture and sent it to me the other day of the same particular strip club. This is after the fact. And they have on their billboard closed for temporarily closed due to shooting of a movie. So they are pretending that there's a movie being shot there in that particular place, and that's the reason why the strip club has been closed. And I'm pretty certain that the strip club is closed so that they can scrub the place down for any evidence of residue before the police go in there and declare it a crime scene. Because if someone dies or becomes unresponsive, and the last time that they were seen alive was at your place, that is part of a crime scene. Of course, that's not what they notified the people of. And shout out to you, Tiara. Shout out to you, TT. Let me get a picture up. You can call it what you want because she was a stripper, but she's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's mother. She's somebody's stripper. And whether or not she was a stripper or not, you don't go to work and then get killed. And people think that that shit's okay. Right? So I suggested that they do a FOIA request, see how many complaints are against this establishment, see how many complaints fell on deaf ears. You want to know exactly what's going on, who's liable, and whose ass is going to have to pay. And whose ass is going to have to pay? So that you are not just wantonly shadowboxing, swinging in thin air, talking to deaf ears. You want action, Indian? You want action? Civil rights give you all the fucking action you need. So if you are having a hard time figuring out who we the people are, then you're going to need some more help. You're definitely going to need some more help. But if you firmly understand what the Civil Rights Act is about and who that applies to, it's not a lot of issues you're going to have. Not a lot of issues you're going to have. There's also some things in miscellaneous that I'm going to suggest y'all look up. I told y'all before about Title 25. And you know I use Section 194 quite often. Section 194 indicates in all trials and rights of property where Indian is on one end and white person on the other, the burden of proof is on a white person, not me, the Indian. Right? You don't have to know every law. You just need to know some of them. And you need to know when to push the burden of proof back on whoever is saying that you did something. Whoever is trying to hold you liable for something. You need to be able to know what that's going to do for you on the clapback. This how you know these niggas ain't bringing no funk nowhere. They ain't bringing no funk nowhere. They ain't got none. They ain't got none. And you can't talk about the practical solutions and shit. These niggas ain't got none. And that's some sad shit. You talk about they chief all they want, but if they don't know how to get no results, you know, what's it all for? Just to say that they a fucking chief somewhere? Just to say that they a chief somewhere? That shit is crazy. These people be worried about the wrong things. And you know that nigga worried about everything but justice and get right for the American Indian. What's happening, coach? What's good with you, good brother? Grand rising, grand rising. So, this situation with this young lady, and then I did notice also. Now this is days after, you know, I tell them that they should probably start pulling the photo, the FOIA request, because that may take a little while to get. See how many owners, you know. By this time, I'd have pulled up all the information, the business address, who owns it, who the current owner is, and so on and so forth. So I did have you know, some things to offer in terms of their investigation, right? But at the same time, a day after that, I realized that they were going to cremate the young lady. And if you're going to cremate the young lady, then that means they are not going to be able to exhume her body. They are not going to be able, if there's something 10 years from now that occurs, they're not going to be able to dig her up and associate whatever foul play happened to her with any new breaking developments. You understand? So the importance of, I know cremation being, you know, the cheaper, economical way to, you know, send our loved ones off. But, and I used to be absolutely pro cremation. And then I thought about it and I'm like, no, what if they ever have to exhume me, you know, at any point to prove something for my great grandkids or something like that? I definitely wouldn't be able to do that if I'm cremated. So I learned, you know, I had to carefully place my personal ideologies and think about how it would or would not burden my family long after I'm gone. And I believe that an autopsy, a cremation would be a disservice to my family. I think it would be a disservice. It's certainly everyone's prerogative to go out how they want to go out. But for someone like myself, like I said, I used to be pro cremation, and now I am not with it. Not with it at all, because I know the importance of perhaps having to dig somebody up to prove something. Right? Hey, Mark Falk, how you doing, beloved? Yeah, that family, not only should they demand an autopsy, but they still They should be demanding. See, they need a team. When things like that, this is why you need your family, because you need people here that's going to stay on the police back, especially if there's an investigation pending. If your loved one is involved in any foul play, and there's an investigation pending, then you have to have the people that are on top of the arrangements, making sure that nothing is forgotten and everybody is taken care of. Then you need your grooming team, the one to make sure that I'm usually part of the grooming team. I make sure that you got your Chloe glasses and your hat, and make sure the kids got the socks and the boys got the tie. You want to make sure that everybody's looking presentable, right, for the funeral, right? You want to be at the funeral dressed to kill. I mean, that's how I know we go out. We've been making sure that we looking good when we send our peoples off, and we make sure they look good too, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. You got to have these teams of people that can spring into action. I don't really know how these people are going to do all of these things without family. How do you do it? How can all of these things be done without their family? I don't understand. Would you have to enlist strangers to come in and assist you in some tragic ass time like that? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, anyway, I want to give a shout out to Tiara. Sleep in peace, beauty. You definitely didn't deserve that. Um, and that also just goes to show everybody friends ain't they friends, right? And going back to this is ignoring the signs, right? When you see somebody, just for instance, let's take Chief Holiday or these clown ass niggas, the great pretenders and shit like that. This is why that they could be very dangerous. They'll act like they like you, but secretly be jealous as fuck as you, right? You ask for a cup of water, them niggas will slip you motherfucking arsenic and rat poison in your cup of water and shit. That's how dirty these niggas are. Look at their behavior. Anybody that wants to hide a granny trafficker or a granny thief got to be some dirty type of cockroach ass nigga. These niggas strike me as the niggas that have on a new outfit and dirty ass sneakers and still think they styling. This type of time these niggas is on. Their personality is crazy. Dirty ass choked up Nikes and shit with a new jogging suit. So the question is, I guess, what suggestions would you have if that was your family member? If one of your nieces or female in your family died at a strip club and they took her body from one spot and put it in her house, what would y'all do? What would be your first line of defense for that? Whose ass would you have to come for in order to make sure that your people get justice? I want to hear some of these questions. I want to hear some of these solutions. Don't think that they're stupid. We're going to work through them. And I want to do that just to see where people's at with it. I want to see where people's at with it. Are they confident that when some shit pops off, they're going to know how to react? Are you confident that if some shit pops off, you are going to be able to make sure that your family gets some justice? That they put some respect on your people's name? That the situation gets handled in a manner in which you are comfortable that it's being handled? I'm gonna drop that link in the chat again. Anybody want to get up here and talk? There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer, because what works for your family may not be the same thing that I do for mine. But we can certainly take suggestions from each other, because I'd love to see and hear what some of these people do. What would you do if the shoe was on the other foot? If the moccasin was on the other foot? I know y'all wouldn't be calling no motherfucking Chief Holiday. I know y'all don't drink that nigga phone at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I know y'all not calling Dan Calloway. I know y'all not calling no damn Chief Holiday. Who y'all calling? What are y'all gonna do? What would y'all do? How do y'all protect y'all family? What exactly is it? What kind of protection do you know that your family may or may not need? And I don't mean that, in the physical. We ain't got no problem protecting our own, right? We ain't got no problem protecting our own. I saw something so real about 2 weeks ago. And this brother said, well, sis, What did he say? Something. He told a girl she was dealing with a domestic violence problem, and the brother said to her, "Well, sis, I suggest all y'all women get y'all a gun." He said, "Because you don't need a." He said, "A gun is universal language," and he was right. You don't got to know what kind of language a nigga speaking. You know, you see a gun, whether you a Russian, German, don't speak a lick of English. You know that gun means don't fucking take another goddamn step. Everybody understands what that shit means. Everybody understand what that shit means. Violence is the universal fucking language. I don't care what nobody talking about. Love is too. But head busting, everybody knows what that's about. Right? It's all gonna have the same fucking response. So, but I know for a fact that people are really still lacking. It's been quite a journey. And a lot of things have happened in the interim. Um, and it feels like there's a lot of people that haven't really learned anything. They haven't really done anything that is going to be beneficial or helpful for them. And that's kind of sad. It's like, what are you doing for real? And if you have some people just have um, difficult way of learning. You have to find their learning style. Some people are audio listeners, and they can listen to things and retain information. Some people are visual. They can read something and retain the information. And some are just both, right? Um, some are both. Some are able to have the audio visual and able to, you know, come up with something valuable and necessary. Yeah, I agree with you, Ebony. But I'll tell you what, some of these children are already in their almost 30s. So if they don't know how to protect themselves at that point, they probably ain't never gonna know. But yeah, they're probably never gonna know. But they definitely need to know how to defend themselves. But and keep in mind, we're gonna have to keep our kids. There's some kids that can't be in our kids' sandbox. That's for sure. That's for sure. You look at how these adults is acting. You know, their kids ain't too tolerable, too joyful to have around. I'm pretty sure about that shit. But definitely, definitely people need to know how to spring into action when something happens to their people. You definitely should be able to call who you say is your chief. And these niggas be having problems, and I'm pretty sure ain't none of them niggas able to do anything. None of them niggas can do anything. None of them niggas will do anything for you and your family. None of them. None of them at all. So, until these pit niggas, I want to see some pictures of their motherfucking grandmas. Where they Indian grandmas at? Show me. I don't believe these niggas. Brother Sean Blackman. Hey, Lloyd Cardi. What's up, beloved? Brother Sean Blackman said he want to see that grandma. He want to see that grandma. They going to have to show their motherfucking grandmas. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. And again, if they are protecting people like him, people like Kalinago, you better believe they are actively down with the scam. You best believe they are. No, L. Austin, had that been the case, yeah, but she was already at work in the strip club. There's plenty of footage of her actually on the camera, you know, doing what they do. The whole place has video cameras. Um, so they were able to see where she ingested these 2 or 3 pills, however many pills it was. Um, so nobody forced her to take anything. Nobody like maliciously slipped her anything. Now, who's to say that she didn't take 2 Tylenol and they still slipped her something? And all we see on the camera, you know, is the fact that she voluntarily ingested these 2 pills. And then, you know, the end result was her death, right? We can speculate that true. But again, we just don't know. But what we do know is you got to watch the people that is supposed to be close to you. If you're working at a strip club, I'm pretty sure the women are very catty. So I'm sure there's a team of women that don't like this team, and then there's the other team, right? The cute girls versus the uglier girls, or you know how they go. Women are very cliquish and clannish when it comes to that. So, in the instance of whoever it was that she was with, she thought that she was able to trust them. So, whoever she took those pills from that she ended up ingesting, she trusted that particular person to give her whatever it was that she thought she was expecting to get. Bottom line is, this girl ended up dead, and then they took her body and moved her body to her own home. You're right about that, 427. They can't talk about their ancestors because their ancestors are not from here. That is correct. That is an absolute fact. We know about that shit. But you know, again, it's still a sad day that this young lady is gone. Like the family, and then they're already ready to cremate her, and they kind of just want this over with. And I'm send some love and shout out to Bino and them for the loss of their family. Definitely hope that they get justice. Definitely hope that you know her mama is able to have some closure. Able to have some closure. Those type of situations are crazy. You know, the situation here in Mississippi that we just witnessed with them taking the organs. This is something that we've been talking about for the better part of the last 4 or 5 years. You know, so people have got to safeguard themselves. And then keep in mind, I can't, and I'm not saying that I'm desensitized, but I am saying this: I won't attach myself to a whole bunch of look at what they did to the black man. I really kind of only learned how and know how to defend the Indian. I really only know how to defend the Indian. I don't really know how to work with, let's say, black people. I don't know how weird that sounds, but I don't really know how to effectively achieve that W. I only know how to do it for the Indian. Because I know particularly the Indian is the one that has had the hardest way to go. Are y'all able to hear me? Weepress said that I'm in and out. Are you guys able to hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat. So, you know, you got to make sure that your peoples are able to make some things happen for you in the event that something terrible happens like this. Nobody wants to get caught with the rug pulled from underneath them, man. At this point, all of this planning and stuff, all of these things that we're talking about, do they have their funeral money to the side? Did they write a will? Are they trying to ask their grandma and their aunts and uncles how they want to be buried so you don't be arguing with the cousins and whatnot in the event anything happens? Is there when shit hits when shit hits the fan plan available for your family? If something happened to you, would your adult children know how to take care of things? Are people having those conversations with their family? Do people think that those types of conversations are even important? I'm wondering how prepared, what is the disaster preparedness plan for some of these people? I would love to know. Because when disaster strikes, you can't be all willy-nilly and all over the place. What's up, Rising of Upliftment? You can't be all over the place. Do you have an action plan? What do you do when some shit hits the fan? How do you respond? It damn sure ain't gonna be, oh, let me email Phoenix Moon and hope she respond. You definitely ain't getting a hold of Colinago, bitch ass, your chief Holiday. You ain't getting a hold of that nigga. That nigga ain't making no noise. You gotta make your own noise. You gotta make your own noise. You gotta make your own noise, and it gotta be a sound in which, a manner in which people are gonna listen. You got to get the oppressor to listen. Don't worry about impressing me with your fancy shit. You better get them pilgrims to understand what it is that you're talking about. You got to convince them, not me. You got to convince them. And you better know what it is that you're talking about, because they'll cut your ass off and they'll shut you down. And that shit'll just make you mad again. And then, typically, motherfucker ain't gonna do shit but just be mad. Oh, it's not fair. And then you're gonna tell your story and to a bunch of people that care for a moment, but tomorrow they will forget all about you and they're on to the next fucking tragedy. They're on to the next fucking tragedy. All this time these niggas been talking about the fucking coronavirus. Grandma been telling you to wash your hands before you go in that goddamn fridge. Wash your goddamn hands. Wash your hands this. Wash your hands that. Get on out of here until you wash your hands. Don't put your hands in your face till you wash your hands. Don't do this till you wash your hands. Hey, did you wash your hands? Don't touch that. Hand washing, the universal goddamn precaution. It's a damn shame you got to tell all these motherfuckers that. Damn shame you got to run around and tell grown motherfuckers to wash their damn hands. You see people at work, you see people even in the hospital, a motherfucker go in the hospital bathroom and come out and don't wash their goddamn hands. Disgusting. Disgusting. So, gotta have an action plan. You definitely don't want to be caught. Halito, the ancient one, how are you, beloved? Gotta have an action plan. You definitely don't want to be caught like a deer standing in the headlights and shit like that with some disaster strikes. Do you know what it is that your parents want? Do they want to be buried or cremated? Do they want to be buried next to their mama and daddy? Do you have a plot? Where you and your children going to be buried? Do you have a plot, a plan in place in case you check out before your children do or before your parents do? Are you aware of what your aunts and uncles are looking for? Are you aware of what they're gonna want so you don't be fighting with your cousins and stuff? Happy birthday, Gabriel! Happy birthday, beloved. So, you know, you gotta. These are some of the things that are important to our people. See, because not only is it about knowing the law, but it's really about restoring your family. These niggas want to join up with a whole bunch of motherfucking strangers that won't even check in on their own fucking people. Right? That's some weirdo shit. These niggas is heavily invested in this so-called Aboriginal community, but they ain't checked on their goddamn grandma in a month of goddamn Sundays. Gotta be careful of these type of niggas. The proof is in the pudding. These niggas ain't walking around the mall with their children. Ain't no daddy and son playing no PlayStation. Where them type of videos at? Spending that quality time together. It's those little things. It's those little things. I was completely telling the truth the other day when I listened to Aboriginal TV's the playback, and I just hear these beautiful babies in the background, daddy, daddy, daddy. He got that 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 at home dad, that active dad. What mama? What baby? Like that's what we need to have the strong children around. Those are the type of that's the type of shit that we supposed to be thriving in, right, and encouraging. Those are the things that we want to multiply, not these niggas like Skyhand looking to sling meat just for a place to motherfucking stay and a down payment on a new partial. Literally, these niggas is on some what you got on my 40. What you got on my 40, homie? This shit is incredible. This shit is incredible. Let me just do this real quick. Because I'm doofy like this. Hold on one second. There we go. Boom. Because I'm doofy like that, I gotta have the Happy New Year, Gabriel and Derek scrolling across. Don't forget, y'all see these brothers, y'all wish them a Happy New Year. Shout out, shout out, shout out. But we definitely gotta have these things in place, yo. We don't, because that can make you set back. If something happened, a lot of people have already experienced the fact that when Big Mama passes away, right, the family don't act the same no much that much. The family don't. Things ain't the same. They start slowly dying away. You start seeing people get bitter. You start seeing people separate. Them and this aunt and those cousins stay on this side. This uncle and his family stay on that side. And everybody just starts separating and they show up kind of when something happens. Not really the same. Everybody show up on Sunday to grandma's house. Everybody know there's some kind of cooking, some kind of music playing, some kind of joy, some kind of something that you're familiar with, something that you'll miss when the shit is going on at grandma's house. You ain't lying about that, Eric Davis. That's a fact. You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. But I'm gonna tell y'all, man, Ebony, honey, we gonna cry together, baby. We all gotta fix this shit. We all gotta fix this shit. This shit is serious. This why I get so motherfucking mad. And I be dying when these people act like I'm not supposed to be mad. These niggas is stealing grandma. They stealing everything that, all these other people are jealous of us about. And they letting these people walk away with our shit, yo. I can't respect that. I can't respect that. All the balance and shit that we are supposed to be obtaining and making sure is consistent in our communities, there are people that the agents are not just the ones that are setting up these fake tribes. The agents are also these niggas trying to go and insert their dirty asses in these women's lives. You could just simply leave them alone. Let them be scooped up by the right type of nigga. Let them be scooped up by the right type of nigga. These niggas is in the Indian community, right, talking all this shit, and they trying to sling their sausage and put their sausage in any and every bun. These niggas can't take care of the first wife that they had. They don't take care of the children that's damn near grown. The children that's grown, they ain't seen these niggas, but we seen them all over Facebook, all over the goddamn place. But in their goddamn kids' lives. But these is the niggas that the matriarch is supposed to be able to make something worthwhile and build with. The fucking pickings are slim on both sides. Pickings are slim on both sides. Because the women ain't making good decisions picking up niggas like that, moving them niggas in, selling them, while them niggas sell you all the water under the bridge. So, the shit is wild. The shit is real wild, and people got to get it together. They got to get it together. They got to get it together. I know that this team, with the team that we got, that we dealing with, we winners, man. All vetted. Ain't got nothing to hide. Could pass a background check. We can go sit down and talk to these politicians. Give up some elbows. We can move around. Anybody else that can't really move around, it's fucking anchor people just, stuck, and everything they do has got to be stationary. There's no hands-on action that they're able to complete. I don't want to work with you. I don't really want to work with nobody that can't follow all the things through. Nigga limited because he don't want to show, his ID to somebody. He don't want to show. I don't know. I'm just so glad we didn't have to go through that. Definitely being able to establish trust, especially with just for instance with Coach and Tasha, being able to actually legally bond ourselves to an agreement, right? Being able to actually do that and be comfortable with one another in our endeavors and efforts. I hope it's contagious. The three of us work together real smooth. Every last one of us got our own private lives that we got to take care of in the background. You understand what I'm saying? And still be active and still be able to teach and still be able to make ourselves available for the real people, right? Walking and chewing bubble gum. It's really dope. It's really dope. It's dope to have Johnny Aborigine take time to come on this tour. This tour is important. I respect Johnny so much. Johnny is a young father, and he's really trying to get to the bottom of how to get his son to be able to have a conversation. Some shit that people take for granted. It's a lot of these. I'm pretty sure them women that was yelling, talking about they hate me, I'm pretty sure they're the type of women to tell their kids to shut the fuck up and sit down. Where you got somebody that's hoping that their baby is able to say simple words. I bet you that's something that his son will never hear, him telling him to shut up. See, so it's the things that people take for granted. I really love the fact that this man is coming up with these ways to make this connection and to have a breakthrough with his child. So for him to take any time and come on this tour, I want to thank that brother. I want to thank him. I want to thank him. Let him know that we appreciate him coming to still service the people and drop that information and bring these coloring books so our babies can see the faces, right? So for all the people that thought that they were saying something, every last one of y'all niggas had a refund button. You could have got your money back at any time. But if you can't work with somebody that's doing righteous shit, right? But y'all really comfortable fucking with people that are not doing righteous shit, and that doesn't get exposed, I know something about you. I know something about you. So anyway, like I said, shout out to Johnny Aborigine. I love what you're doing. Shout out to his wife for being so supportive. And shout out to little Johnny, baby Johnny, having parents that love on him and working with him and ever so patient, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. This where the village supposed to step in. Niggas would rather talk about somebody instead of really being part of the solution, right? Really being part of the solution. So shout out to those people in those real life situations that are making the best of it. They ain't crying, they ain't complaining, they getting up, making it do what it do. And they doing it with love in their heart. They doing it with dedication in their heart. They doing it with the genuine respect for their bloodline kin. I respect that. I respect that. Chad, I got WhatsApps. I don't know if you still have my number. I ain't talked to you in a couple years, but I got WhatsApp, beloved. If you need to talk, we all got some shit going on. But if you need to talk, beloved, you know you could definitely drink me up. I know you in the islands and shit, but I do got WhatsApp. We could kick it on Hangouts if you need to. You know, just putting that out there. Whatever. You always been good to me. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. I definitely hope that things work out better. I don't know exactly what it is that you're going through, but I definitely hope it's better. And if there's anything that I can do, you know how to get in touch with me. You hit me up. You definitely hit me up. But and then you got these niggas that talk all this shit about the community and they don't take care of nothing outside. All they got is the Aboriginal community. Their entire life revolves around the Aboriginal community, not their mothers, not their children, not their sisters, not their brothers, not anything else, just being a top dog or thinking that they that nigga in the Aboriginal community. That's it. That's it. You get these niggas to take a picture with their cousin. You get these niggas to take a picture with their grandma. Let them show you a baby picture. Let them show you sometime when the love was there and it was all fucking good. Can people do that? They got a lot of shit to hide. People got a lot of stuff to hide. They can't produce any of those things. They can't produce any of those things. A lot of people are not even welcome around their own folks. I don't know how you a good nigga and don't nobody in the family want you. You can't be that good. You can't be that real. Can't be that real. That's a fact. That's some weirdo shit. Some weirdo shit. Ain't no cousins, nobody coming to check for you, nobody. I don't know. Shit don't make no sense. You gotta be leery of that. A lot of these people will be quick to join up, want to have all this camaraderie with all these strangers and shit, but ain't none of these niggas pick up no phone and went and called nobody in their family and made nothing better. They want to go all outside of that and sit there and talk that shit. Shout out to all of the people that have done their genealogy, and we've been able to prove that we are cousins by way of some cases. 10, like me and Donnie, we probably have about, I don't know, I think I stopped counting at like 20, somewhere between 20 and 40. I don't know. It's a few cousins that I've been able to meet and connect with. But I know it's some of us that have like 10 common ancestors, grandparents. Some of us has 20. Some of us has 40. Donnie was pretty unique because his maternal and paternal sides are both on my maternal and paternal sides. 200 and something, 300 years way before we ever met each other on Facebook. But being able to show each other the documents and going back and forth on the family tree, we was able to ascertain exactly how many goddamn relatives we have in common. So that 6 degrees of separation is absolutely true. It's absolutely true. So we're able to connect. Same thing with Tasha. Same thing with Davita. Same thing with Sokwa. Right? We can prove that we got common ancestors, and this is exactly what it is that we were looking for. Back in 2015, 2016, because it wasn't, and not mentioning that was good, because in those following the 2 years following that, we were able to see a lot of these people start building the fake tribes, start doing all of these little side things. They failed, right? They failed miserably. When you put that placebo out there and drop a $20 bill and see which nigga is going to pass the integrity test. Is the nigga going that walk behind you say, hey, come back, Phoenix, you dropped this $20 bill. This belongs to you. Or is that nigga going to shove it in his pocket? And you'd be surprised how many niggas did to shove it in the pocket. Be surprised. Shove it in the pocket. She ain't going to miss this $20. I'm going to keep it. Email me at 1492 Phoenix at Gmail. I want to keep the No Grandma Killers email specifically for the tour and anything pertinent to or company related. This way, Coach Tasha and I all have full visibility of what's going on, and one of us is always able to respond. And we have all of the business information, set to this one particular place. So this way it doesn't get missed. But definitely email me at 1492 Phoenix Chat. We're going to have some type of plans in place. I will. My mother went on a little vacation, and she'll be back in a couple of days. And when she does come back, I am going to be interviewing her. She don't know it yet. I'm going to interview my mom. That's right, Chad. As long as you keep the integrity, there ain't nothing else you got to worry about. That's a fact. I'm going to interview my mom. I'm definitely going to interview my son. Maybe I'll stick the camera in my uncle's face. He's hilarious. He's so cool. While we're actually there, I don't know. We'll see. They was trying to surprise me, but I hear them whispering and stuff. I think they're coming to support me and my sister. So I think this is great. My uncle flat out told me he was coming, but I heard my other aunt. And I'm whispering about it and stuff like that, and I think it's great. I think it's great. The turnaround is great. I went through a whole lot these last 5 years, and it don't nothing feel better at the end of the day to know that the family is on board now. It's nothing they could do. I even see my cousin that's been an Israelite since the 70s. They was born into it, so it wasn't nothing that we can do. Grandma couldn't even stop it because my aunt, her daughter, was already married and off into another house. So it wasn't no telling nobody, what to do. They didn't understand that Israelite stuff. I think my grandfather just was happy with the fact that, okay, you think Jesus is a black man, I'm okay with that, and kind of kept it moving. But my cousin, he went back to his regular name. He's no longer, I don't know what it, I ain't gonna act like I could pronounce it. Your house Betheshaw, whatever, whatever. He ain't none of that no more. My cousin James now. And he rocking our family name. I think that shit is dope. He was born into that shit. This ain't something that happened like, me. I had my little 8 months of Israelitehood. 8 months it might have lasted. If that. If that. But I'll tell you, to see my cousin come up off of that, nigga shedding that skin that he been comfortable in, he see them records, ain't nothing he could do. He know grandma Indian. And she more Indian than we could ever be Israelite. So to see them dropping that shit is awesome. What's up, Mad Squabbles? What's happening with you? That shit is awesome. That shit is awesome. What's up, Smoking Big? What's happening with you, baby? Hope everything is healthy. Whip Shop, my ninja. What's happening, good brother? So like I was saying, you need to have them plans in place, some emergency plans in case something happened to the family. You ain't gonna be able to rely on none of these fake ass tribesmen talking none of this shit. They're gonna get up there and get a GoFundMe and embarrass the hell out of you. Hey, we raising money for these people. They got kicked out of their house. These just lying ass motherfuckers. Acting like they want to do right by good people, and they don't. And then they get the good people and then they use them up and throw them away like a wet dish rag. Like a wet dish rag. You got to make sure who it is. They got to have these qualities of a chief. And it's definitely not thinking of yourself first. Not thinking of yourself first. So, got a special guest that'll be coming through next week, around next week or so. And I'm looking forward to that. What's up, Star Strike? How you doing, baby? I hope everything's healthy. Hope everything's healthy. A surprise blizzard? Oh man, I'm over it. It's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be in the 60s today here in New York. Let me see what the weather gonna be like because I'm going to Philly tomorrow. Turtle Gang is calling them out too. Whip Shop, is that what you're saying? I'm glad to hear that, Star Strike. I think it was a bit of delay. I did ask you how you were doing. I'm happy to see everything was good. I don't know. Turtle Gang's a good dude. I met that man personally a couple of times. That brother's very strong. See, I think people just like kind of know him from, from the American Indian community and just the conscious community because Norris has a very long history. But I'm gonna tell you what I know about the brother. He knows some very credible people, right? Knows some very credible. He's a credible person. I can tell you. I can ask people that I know that know him, and he's official. He's official. So I can't say that I met everybody else. I can't say that I got to look everybody in their eye, but I that man, the official. I don't know what y'all see. I know what everybody sees in the Aboriginal community, but I'm telling you, I did my homework, and that man is official. He got credibility out here in these streets, and his integrity is not. I ain't hear nothing questioning his integrity. Niggas got nothing but good things to say. In fact, they want to know how you know him, which always ends up being an interesting conversation because I can simply say, "Oh, we American Indian community." Right? Clearly established. Clearly established. He is absolutely a dope videographer. He absolutely is. He absolutely is. But like I say, he's a very intelligent brother. But he's been doing these debates and shit for years. He's totally graduated from that. Totally graduated from that. Definitely. And Two Hawks, another wonderful brother and good father. Like, see, these people have good characteristics offline. When you meet these people in person and you see what they really like, You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game. See, this shit is catfish in a box to a lot of people that never get up and move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That never get up and move nowhere. You know, but when you see these people in real life and you see their beautiful relationships that they have with their families and shit like that, it's nothing none of these internet niggas could tell me about certain people. And that's just it. I don't care if you don't like them. I don't care how you feel about them. I'm gonna tell you what I know. Even if it's somebody I don't like, I will tell you the truth about them. I might be calling this one all types of, you know, fat bitch chicken dick gobblers. But if she's not a liar, a thief, I'm not gonna call her one just because I think she a fat bitch chicken dick gobbler. You see? And keep it real. I could just stick to her being a fat bitch chicken dick gobbler. I ain't gotta call her no liar and all this other shit that I don't know her to be. I wouldn't do that. And this is where a lot of people get me wrong. They like to think that when they know if I'm mad at somebody, then I'm gonna sink to an all-time low. I ain't going through all that shit. I ain't going through all that shit. I ain't going through all that shit. But you be surprised, you know what I'm saying? Who is really who? These niggas talk this shit online and shit, but you go in their hoods, you know, you know, you can't find one motherfucker that know them. And when they do know them, they tell you how this nigga had to move. He had to get off the block. He got raced out the hood. He got this, got that, got this, got that. So, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta know who's who. Gotta know who's who. You know what I'm saying? See who children really love them and respect them and shit. You want some motherfucking chief? This nigga got, and you know, and it ain't even really like that because I don't do the colorism. I know I got Europeans, I got white people in my family, and they ain't going nowhere. And I'll smack the dog piss out of anybody that tries to violate them. Let's get this understood. So it ain't about that. But these niggas talking about culture, 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 all this other shit. Holiday, you got a whole pilgrim wife. You got a whole pilgrim wife. So this is why they have to deal with the patriarchy when they come into the American Indian community because it makes them feel better, especially if the male got a mayonnaise colored wife. Right? If his wife is the same color as mayonnaise, then yes, they're going to push that patriarchy shit because that's as close to the Indian as they're going to get. Right? People love who they love. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't no backseason shit. No backseason stuff. You was in love with that mayonnaise colored lady. And that's why your ass get to be online for 10, 12 hours. She ain't got no noise. Unless she got the checkbook, then she probably the one calling the shots and fucking sunning you and shit like that or whatever. But that's a fact. Back to you, Empress Isha. That's a fact. You know. So absolutely, Mark Falk. How you doing, beloved? We're gonna have cornbread on the tour. You best believe that. You best believe that. So, you know, again, this is gonna be nice, and we're gonna be able to discuss some things that we can't discuss in front of these bozos and shit like that. You definitely don't want niggas like Colinago and fucking Holiday getting a hold of no fucking valid plans and shit like that. And then go make a mockery and invite all these goddamn foreigners over to our shit. I'm gonna keep knocking these niggas out the way like bowling pins. And the reason being, because these niggas is dangerous to the rest of these Indians. Ooh, mad vibes. Ooh, mad vibes. I dropped the link, baby. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, all the world is a stage. Grand rising to you, baby. Grand rising, baby. So, you know, I'll drop the link in there, vibes, if you want to jump on. I love spicy meatballs. I love spicy meatballs, especially from the righteous. It's always more effective when it's the righteous. Whole feather dusters. Whole Swiffers. The nigga got the Swiffer ass on. Nigga got the Swiffer headpiece on. Whip shop. Dusty. Hilarious. But you know, how did he let this nigga get that motherfucking fake wig with the dreadlocks? I'm telling you, that's just like a hat with the fake dreads on it. Oh man, this nigga got full locks on y'all niggas, and y'all took peace, family, peace and blessings. Y'all went for that shit. As long as that nigga take his shirt off and shit, it's all good. That nigga start flexing the man pecs and all of that. These motherfuckers is crazy. The shit that niggas be, I don't know, man. Shit that motherfuckers be excited by. This shit is terrible. Fascinated by that shit. These niggas took y'all to church. Church. That's how these niggas is feeling. And there's some bad bitches in the building. Amen. That's how these niggas is feeling. They are not concerned with being Indians, being leaders of the righteous school. They not looking for none of that. They looking for the action. They looking for the right now. They looking for the place to stay. They looking for somewhere to put their feet on your motherfucking ottoman and act like they gonna show you how to be the best Indian woman you can be. When these niggas is, fresh from out of ain't shit island. You better check their passports. Some of these niggas is from ain't shit island, sis. Better check it. Better check it. It's so bad that these niggas is so they have such a problem with my my ability to stand on my 2 feet that these niggas that bitch starts screaming all types of obscenities, calling me all types of dykes and all this other shit. You fucking carpet munching bitches. I would never be in the company of y'all. Never be in the company of y'all. And I'm gonna just say, what if that was the case? Bitch, I'm still Indian. How about that? I don't need to get on here and tell everybody my motherfucking business. Everybody that know me know I've been with the same nigga. Kind of done with his ass now, but we still got family in between us. We're always going to be relatives. Don't matter. Got mad years invested. Y'all bitches been hopping around from nigga to nigga to nigga to nigga. You done met this bum ass nigga after he got shot and sent out of his own hood. Now he down there and you done patched that bum ass nigga up and he in the next man inbox begging him for $60. Now I know why you mad, bitch. You ain't mad at me. That bitch says she hate me. I ain't never even met this woman. This bitch says she hate me. I hate that fucking that small. All I imagined was that bitch getting off that shit last night and going to nurse a baby with all of that motherfucking hate in her blood. You feeding that baby that hate milk. I thought that was trifling. I just said, damn. This woman says she hate me. I'm a whole stranger. I'm gonna try not to cuss so much. All the world is a stage. Like, she gonna transfer that baby that milk, that angry milk. I know that baby crying violently, probably all night, all night. That whiny milk. Shit, crazy. It's crazy. Well, what kind of plans do people got? It's an active. It's an open forum. Anybody got any plans? What's going on? What's your emergency plan? What is something that you would do in the event that some tragedy fucking strikes from out of nowhere? How are you as an Indian going to respond to that particular stimuli? Some of the things we need to discuss. Is your chief that you assigned to able to assist you in these matters? I want to know when these niggas called anybody's county jail. I want to know. I want to know when they called out. Okay, all the world stage. When they checked on the people, I want to know. Somebody save these niggas from the impression that I have that they really just nothing muffins. Let's get some of these situations where these niggas has actually been produce something fruitful. I don't believe none of these niggas. I don't believe none of them. I don't believe none of them. you know, and they'll act like. I'm sorry, hold on, I'm getting a text message. Yeah, Whip Shop, them damn nothing muffins. These niggas is pathetic. This shit is real bad. Michael Jackson, all bad, right? You can tell I'm an MC, right? It's so funny because my uncle that actually he specifically bought me these notebooks and said I could hear you. You know, this is back in the days when we used to be beating on the table in the cafeteria and all of that or whatever. My uncle be like, "You got a lot to say, little girl. Write it down. Write it down." Um, I remember. I remember Floyd. Rest in peace. Him and I don't know if you remember Floyd Patterson. He was very instrumental. Floyd Patterson, rest in peace, Floyd. Floyd introduced me musically to Tech and Steel. And I remember Steel saying, helping me with the song structure. I would have 1,000,001 bars, but I really can say that, and shout out to my boy Corleone. These niggas, this is back in 96. You know, I was always an excellent writer, but being able to freestyle, I definitely didn't know how to have my mind wander and travel into that area. But I'm telling you, my homeboys, my best friend's husband, and one of my best friend's husband, and a few of our mutuals. My homeboys had us in this goddamn studio, and Phoenix could not come out until I was able to show these niggas that I could fucking freestyle my ass off. This is when I don't know if this is probably like the 106 in Park days before 106 in Park started. We used to go to this place called the Cooler. The Cooler was like a spoken word open mic kind of spot that all the greats at one point or another used to have to go through back in the days. I don't even know if it's still open now, but like I said, these brothers. Shout out to Corleone and Bruno and all those guys, and my good friend Tima. Um, being able to come out that room and freestyle. I'm telling you, and essentially that's so crazy because that's what really got me noticed at Universal with Universal and Motown. And if we went to get a record deal for our artists, it wasn't even for us. And myself and my sister-in-law walked out of there with the deal on the table. That was totally hilarious. But it was that freestyle. And then I also think about how hard it was back in the days. Now these niggas got it easy as hell. Like all they got to do is bust. Like they could do a bathroom and a video in a bathroom and go on YouTube and bust out with their shit. You know, I come from the day where you had to pretty much slide across the boardroom table and make your impression, and you had your 5 minutes to make it all go down. You know, I know that's right with Whip Shop. I know that's right. So you know, and then being told, sing that again, sing that again, sing that again. Hey, sing that again, sing that again. I remember LL telling me, he was like, you're gonna have to sing that song 1,000 times. That's the song that is getting you heard, that everybody love. I had this song called On and Poppin', and that's probably pretty much everybody's favorite, right? And he was like, and I was like, yo, I don't want to sing this song again. He said, you're going to have to sing the song again. I'm just sitting there like, well, I didn't really understand at that time that you will have Montel. He tells us the story also. So Montel Jordan tells us, he said, man, I had to sing This Is How We Do It about 20, 30 times. He said, LL brought me here. He had to, hey, sing that song for Russell. And then he go to this room. Hey, sing that song. What's up? Good morning, cousin Liz. But the moral to the story is that one song, that bust out song, is a song that you have to do for everybody. You have to perform that for everybody, especially if it's a hot song. You'll go singing that one song every day, all day, to every person that you meet. So if you at a party with Andre Harrell and he say, hey, this is such and such, hey, kick that song for him. You could be in the middle of just got finished arguing with your husband or arguing with your wife and damn near with tears in your eyes, and they want you to bust that song out, and you got to have that same flavor and that same style in that one moment that you have. So shout out to some of these new artists. I know I used to complain about them, but there's certain people I love how they giving it up. When you got these young boys, they really doing stuff. When you go to North Carolina, there's people like the Baby. that I like that young man. And I like him because there's actually people that you can bump into that got a smile. And he don't discriminate. When I say they have a smile over something that he did, you know what I'm saying? You could be pushing your cart in the Harris Teeter supermarket and you know, here's somebody with the baby ringtone, and you'll hear a random white lady say, "That man helped me do this and that," and I'll turn around and look like I know this lady ain't talking about the baby helped her pay for no goddamn groceries. So what I say about that is you got real people that's humanitarians and really doing stuff just out of the kindness. You know what I'm saying? Just out of the kindness. But I like that little dude. I like how he gives it up. I'm really disappointed. With the whole Pop Smoke situation. What I do love about these young brothers is they are taking the culture back. I don't agree with everything that they're talking about, but I love the creativity in their structure, right? They got a new sound, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Me being hip hop head, um, new and different is always going to win, right? Especially if the timing is perfect. You know, when Jay-Z had that super fast style back in Hawaiian Sophie, nobody wanted to hear that shit. When he hit it with the motherfucker was gonna act loco, hit him with numerous shots from the fofo. When he came that way, much years later, it was well received. But when he was doing it back in 87, 88, we was like, nah, nigga, we don't want to hear that shit. The only person that I know at that time that was so futuristic and ahead of their time on a grand scale to me, it was Coogee Rap. Back in 85 and 86, it's a demo and Ill Street Blues and Road to the Riches, the way Coogee Rap structured his shit was so epic and ahead of his time that you can just kind of take certain words out that we don't maybe use so much no more, and that song is still going to be timeless and classic. It's people that are ahead of their time. Grand Rising Celestine, people that are ahead of their time. But you know, like I said, like it's a lot of young people out here that are doing their part. They taking back the business. They're owning their masters. They're coming into the game as bosses. So whatever else that they can, and it's our job to help them figure out the rest. Because you know what? Even though they got all this money and stuff, a 25-year-old that ain't have shit and was eating oodles and noodles a month ago, and now all of a sudden he got enough to buy everybody in the family a goddamn Bugatti. Those are the people that need special love and attention, because they always going to have yes men around them. Yes, I'm going to go do this. Yes, I'm going to do that. Whether it's good or bad for them, you're going to have haters and people around them looking to take them down, looking to line them up with something that is going to destroy what it is that they have. These are going to be some of the people in their bloodline, some of the people that they're close to. The hater don't discriminate. A hater hates everything that it hates. You know, but I love the fact that some of these youngins are owning their shit. I just wish they'd be a little bit smarter. They'd be a little bit smarter and less prone to the violence and shit like that. You could talk about it now, nigga, because you don't live under those conditions. So now that you have moved out the hood, you still don't keep rapping about those days in the hood. That might be where you get your money from and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you want to change those conditions. So you would think that, they talk about the conditions changing. And some of them just rather still just capitalize off of, the conditions and sell it right back to people. And that seems to be okay with a lot of folks. It seems to be okay with a lot of folks. They can steal the Indian shit, tell you it's bad, sell it back to you, and niggas will buy it threefold, 3 times the price it's worth when it's already your shit. But yes, Jadakiss. Jadakiss got a new album out, Ignatius. I actually do think I saved it on Amazon to listen to. It's fire, Whip Shot. I don't doubt it. Jadakiss got me through a lot of different times. Yeah, I love Jadakiss. He's got that voice. They all right with me. I like the Locks. They all right with me. They real niggas too. You meet them, they some chill out dudes. But I love them because they so real. One of my friends did a party with them. And he was like, "Hey, everybody, I'm here in the building. Just so y'all don't get mad at the promoter, I want y'all to know that I am here, but I'm going to sit down and party because these niggas ain't got all my money and I ain't getting on stage until they got that bread. But I will sit here and watch y'all pretty ladies and all of that and smoke my weed, but I ain't getting on stage until the niggas get the rest of my bread." All right, y'all. I just thought that shit. I just thought that was hilarious. That was hilarious. You know, you got good people that'll help you get your weight up too. Like, you know, there's people like Fabulous that definitely help people get their promotion game on. So there's you don't just have to like that nigga for and Rick Ross too. Rick Ross was not hard to find. Then you got artists like Movado, they was not hard to find and willing to do these shows. They did these shows, niggas made a killing. Those brothers like that changed people's life. You know what I'm saying? Definitely took them into a next tax bracket. And with the party and promo and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, our people taking back their projects and doing the right thing with it. I'm with all of that. I'm with all of that. Music is always going to be my muse. Um, always, 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 always. And I just love how they getting their money. They change their positions. And these niggas is taking care of their mama. I'm telling you, I did not like Migos back in 2008, 2009. But then when I started hearing every single song, they could talk about all the shit that I didn't like, but I would hear, "Grandma, grandma." Wish my grandma could hear me or could see me and pay my mama bills and just all this stuff that was relative to family. That shit was different. So it allowed me to be able to look past some different flaws. Black Thought is incredible. Black Thought, that man is incredible. Very, very talented brother. I always loved the Roots and everything that they offer. They definitely gave Philly a different type of backsplash. I'll tell you that much. I tell you that much. Everything ain't I ain't really looking for all the music to be uplifting. When it's war mode, I definitely want to listen to some Machiavelli. Shoot first, don't get your head first. I need that. You get going in war mode, you need war songs. I'm not listening to no you giving me the sweetest taboo and I'm on my way to go fuck up Colinago. That's not gonna work. The energies ain't gonna match. So every kind of music for every kind of thing, yeah, that's cool. It's overall, but you know they used to fucking kidnap our grandfathers and make them play the drums in the army, right? When they was in the Revolutionary War, you have what's the dude that ended up being the cacique of Haiti? He left here. He was a drummer here in the Continental Army, right? In the Battle of Savannah, which they had the Haitians coming over here, and they were learning. They were trained in guerrilla warfare, and then the Haitians left here. Henry Cassique, and he went back to Haiti, and then in 1804 they had their revolt and their revolution going on over there. A lot of people don't know that, but that man at the time when he was a child, he was a drummer in a Revolutionary War. So, which is kind of dumb. You sitting there, you know, playing drums and shit, letting the enemy know, oh, they coming, they should be here. I don't know. And about like, how did you determine how close or how far somebody was hearing music come, knowing your ass is going to war, right? So they had that upbeat music that let them know we coming and we coming for destruction. I'm pretty sure they wasn't, like I said, they wasn't playing no Sade on the goddamn dance floor on the battlefield. That's for sure. That's for sure. So you got to have that battle music too. Oh, that Machiavelli, you could feel Tupac's pain in that shit. Oh, just like Daddy is my joint. I love that song. You could feel that shit, have you pedal to the metal, driving all fast, arms flailing about, right? Can you imagine at the red light pulling up to somebody or beside somebody when that Machiavelli CD first came out back in November of 96 and that goddamn CD came out, you at the red light, fingers pointed, don't get your head first bleeding, don't want to hear no shit this evening, right? You was just like, ooh, this nigga mad. This nigga mad, right? That's right, coach. That's right. That's right. That's right. Mark Falk, I was saying that Henry Cacique, they fought in the Battle of Savannah way before the Haitian Revolution. During the Revolutionary War, he was a drummer in the Revolutionary War. They got their guerrilla warfare tactics. And then after that, see, this is the thing. They promised these men all the water, sold them all the water under the bridge in exchange for their service. So and this is another thing that these niggas don't know about. This is how you know they're not Cherokees or whatever, right? Because they would know which tribes. You have these families, and not all of them got along. Some of them chose the British, right? Which is who they were fighting against in the Revolutionary War, right? And then some of them were loyal to George Washington and them. So a lot of people are not able to distinguish. But anyway, in the Revolutionary War, Henry Cassique, and certainly a few others, he went on to be the first emperor of Haiti. Okay. And at the point where he did that, he had already been a seasoned veteran, a drummer boy, and a musician in the Continental Army here in America at the Battle of Savannah. And then they went back to Haiti and had the Revolutionary War. So, but the point is, the drums, the music, even when it comes down to war, I don't need to hear all positive music to make me a positive person. I like to be well balanced. It's not always going to be Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's not always going to be Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So I'm not certain Mark Falk. I haven't, I don't know, but I do know he was Carib or Taino rather, or Arawak. Let's say that. You can see the conflicting stories. They would try and place that man in Africa, but he's a whole Haitian Indian. They would try and place that man. They don't know that for sure. Whenever they try to detach someone from the land, historically in text, even if you can't erase the mother. For instance, Frederick Douglass. No way in the hell can they go around the fact that that man's mother was American Indian. Doesn't matter what they do. They would have to completely strike Frederick Douglass out of the historical text, right? Just to hide the fact that his mother was American Indian. So what they'll do is say, oh, unknown father, his father was an African from Ghana, right? Some fucking place that didn't exist. You got to look at that type of shit. What's up, Copper Empress? You got to look at that type of shit. That is very possible that they may have been the Natchez. That is very possible. They may have also been Yamasi as well. Yamasi and Yuchi, right? So, what's up, Liz? Yeah, Crispus Attucks, absolutely. Wampanoag and Niantic. And of course, again, he's another one. They will tell you his father, they will speculate as to what they want you to believe or allude to his father being African. But they ain't got no goddamn proof of that shit at all. But they know for a fact you can't do anything that his mother is absolutely unapologetically American Indian. So in order for them to be able to Africanize them, this is the type of time that they're on, right? This is the type of time that they're on. And then you have, those that are, hold on, I got a text here. That's a good question, Rip Shop. Okay. So you definitely want to look that up. It's real interesting. I don't know if if the Europeans had any drummers. I'll actually look that up. But what I do know, I do have some spicy meatballs. And I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that one. But I will tell you, there's documentation of a fort that our people went to, our American Indian people went to, the ones that were in amity and commerce with Britain. Let's see if these bitch ass so-called niggas know where it's at. Because if they really, your grandpa would have definitely been there if they related to some of these Cherokees these niggas is saying that they related to. Maybe this will be a good test of who's really who with these niggas that's calling themselves chiefs. I certainly would challenge them at any point in time, especially in genealogy. This nigga talk about fuck genealogy. That means you ain't got none, nigga. So yeah, at any point We could definitely do that. Supporting documents, not just no family tree, nigga. I want to see the Revolutionary War records with the description of your granddaddy. I want to see the motherfucking military records from the war 1812. I want to see the pension records. I want to see the Daughters and Sons of the American Revolution papers. I want to see all that. Birth certificates, marriage records, freedom of free people of color records. I want to see all of that. I want to see where they said that they was white when they moved over here with these other Indians. I want to see what they was labeled as when they moved over there with those other Indians. See, these niggas don't know these intricacies. This is how you could tell they lying. And we're going to figure out a way to make sure that you guys know these niggas ain't no goddamn chiefs. And you'll be able to tell if they're lying or not, because a lot of the people that are sitting here riding these niggas, they really don't have no clue. They just going to go with what's popular, and that's pretty much it. And they think that these niggas, they look like they got bells and whistles, but these niggas really ain't got shit for you. Nothing practical. Not near these niggas been able to see themselves or they mans that they supporting, right? Because they all act like they pickle popping niggas, right? And none of these niggas got their child support cleared up. None of these niggas got their parking tickets, they liens, they judgments. None of these niggas got none of this shit cleared up. You ain't never lied, Mad Vibes. Oh, man. You know, these niggas, I'm gonna tell you, man, this shit crazy. I know for a fact these niggas ain't who they say they is. And you could, I know there's some people on here that's gonna be right back over there talking shit to them. And I want to know how they feel about having a great debate on the late great ancestors and shit. They ready to pull out them family trees. Don't talk that Colinago shit to me. Okay? Y'all niggas is fucking frauds and savages. I say we go in front of the people. Let's pull out the grandmas and grandpas once and for all and get it all in perspective. I'm totally with that shit. You could show one straight line. You could show 20 of them. It ain't gonna matter. We can go grandma and grandpa until a motherfucker run out first. We can do that too. Definitely want to challenge these niggas. They're gonna have to show me their Cherokees. They're gonna have to show me. And this will be good because then it'll go back to, these niggas was I forget the nigga name. The thirsty ass nigga was insisting that Muay Thai did not exist. This Hebrew nigga was insisting that Muay Thai was some made up motherfucker. And you know what's so crazy? Because I got Muay Thai's military records, and you know who else is on the other military record? One of my other grandfathers. This shit is crack. It's I'm ready to get it cracking. I'm ready to get cracking. And I know for a fact. And then there's these other interim censuses. Niggas is just looking for the decennial. But there were so many other censuses. Okay, Mad Vibes, I got you, beloved. I hear you. So many different ways that our people were enumerated and different things that our people were enumerated on. So I'm excited. They're just used to the 1790 to 1800. No, honey, there was certain censuses that were taken in 1786 on the off years. Things like that. I can't remember because it was what's that Hebrew dude that was mad? These niggas been mad since they all went over there and got their ass whipped, so they be mad at Moon because Jabari ain't embarrassed me and shit. Them niggas been mad ever since I ain't get ran off a goddamn Sonetta show. Oh, I can't think of the nigga name. He a Nuffin Muffin. He an Israelite. I've been waiting on this nigga all week to talk about that drive-by. And he did nothing but drive-by. But the nigga said Muay Thai wasn't real. I thought that shit was hilarious. Nah, it wasn't Caramel. I'll be forgetting he an Israelite too. No, it wasn't Caramel. It was what the hell this nigga name? Oh man, I don't damn know. YK Truth or some shit like that. YH Truth. Why Hate Truth? Some shit like that. That was the dude's name. But he swore up and down that Muay Thai was made up and all this other shit and Phoenix Moon Lion, and then they started calling me European and shit. So these niggas is mad. So now check it out. If they'd have found 1,001 fucking Africans, they'd have tried to clown me. But now ain't no Africans, and they still try to clown. But these niggas still in the interim ain't got their motherfucking granny and grandpa. Why they worried about who's who and shit? You know what I'm saying? I remember somebody making a comment and they tried to take a shot, right? But they didn't directly say it to me, but they said it about somebody else that openly discussed some of their European ancestors. And this nigga said to me, something that nigga's a mutt. I was like, oh shit, who's a mutt? You talking about that nigga, but I just showed you my white grandfather. So that means that I'm a mutt? Is that what you indirectly saying? You know, these niggas be jealous, especially when they can't put their shit together. Motherfucker be jealous. They be jealous that a motherfucker, know who they kinfolk is. Some of us been at this shit longer than y'all. I've been doing this since 2003. When people were still alive and shit. So I don't really know, what these niggas is talking about for real. And then just doing my maternal side was one thing, but to go up the other side, my paternal side, and see that my maternal and paternal side married into each other 200 years before my parents ever met in New York. They folks was in Virginia, already attracted to each other, looking to produce us all these years later. I don't know. I don't know who Caramel is. I know who he is, but I don't get a chance to listen to him all the time. I have seen a couple of things that he's put out, and he does have a lot of information. I don't know how politically active he is in South America, but I don't got no problem with that. I don't play that colorism shit. I'll tell you what does bother me is the clinging to that Israelite shit as a practice for people. It's one thing to have it as there's spiritual thing, but when that shit gets in the way of grandma, that's the only time that I have a problem with. And again, I'm gonna just shout my cousin out, been an Israelite all his life. That man is years older than me, about 4 years older than us. And that's something that he grew up into. That Israelite shit was something that I gravitated to. And I couldn't even stay there long. But for him to come up out of it and know what it is, ain't no treaty written that says anything about a Hebrew. There was no treaties written by any of our folks, not mine, that had any type of Paleo Hebrew handwriting, hieroglyphics, and none of that dumb shit. So I don't know. Like I said, I ain't got no problem with him. I will tell you something that I saw that was very, very distasteful that he did. So when he was on the video, one of those 10, 12, 13-hour videos that were done, and Dane Calloway, Carameo, and I think Holiday Weasel Ass was on there. And they were talking shit about myself. They called me the queen. They said whatever they said about Tom Hope Tony and Aboriginal Mac, and they mentioned Johnny Aborigine, and they mentioned Carrie, blah, 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 blah. It was on this particular thing. And it was Holiday, Calloway, and Carameo, and they had a screenshot that they were using to express something, and it was a screenshot of Caroism's post, and it had Caroism, the watermark dead across it, but it was pretty small. So for those of us that follow, we know that was Safa Caro's work. But these niggas had his work up on the screen for 2 hours and said shit like, yeah, this is real valid. This brother has a lot of valid stuff to say. Check this guy out. They never mentioned the nigga's name, never told the people where they could find him, but they kept his information up for about 2 hours. Kept this shit up, and I said, this shit disrespectful. That's like you sending somebody to McDonald's and you say some shit like, hey, you just pointing to it. Nobody really knows what that golden M means, right? What that golden arch means, but you just point and say, hey, go in this restaurant. These restaurants, they got good burgers. And you're like, what restaurant? They never say the name. Yeah, I've had a couple of these burgers before and blah, blah, blah. They never said that man's name. So when they were using somebody else's information to solidify a point that they had, whether it was with the pan frieds, the Native Americans, or whomever, they never gave Caroism credit for the meme that was up there that they motherfuckers was using for hours. So them niggas, Every last one of them. Hey, check this brother out. Never said the brother's name. Hey, yeah, this guy's got some good content. Never said the brother's name. And in my mind, they ain't gonna say the brother name by the way until they done stealing, right? Because they could go back. These niggas will go back and talk about some shit that they put out back in 2014 and revive it and act like it's some shit that they did right now. This is the type of time they on. So, like I said, I don't got nothing against them, but I know for a fact they sat there with somebody's work right there on the screen and kept telling everybody to go check the work out, but never fucking gave the name, where to catch where they got the clip from. You had to go on a nigga page to go get the clip to make your point, right? And they ain't do none of that. So they don't give props where props are due. They give them where it'll look like they just magnifying some shit that everybody else supposed to be down with, which is bullshit. Because these niggas is promoting and magnifying Colinago like he a real motherfucking Annie Leah. So, and we know that ain't the motherfucking case. All this shit, they got mad. Oh man, I gotta get the young bull around too. These niggas know how to talk. They know how to talk and walk when the young bull around. They know how to talk and walk then. They definitely don't be typing tough and all that type of shit. I'll tell you that much. But whatever. I'm about to get on with the get on and go on with the go on. But these niggas really wanna get it in. Let's have the no grandma killer challenge. And this is for these Indians that's acting like they big chiefs and shit like that. Let's get it together and make the whole world believers in shit. Cause I don't believe none of you niggas. Ain't no reason to believe none of y'all niggas. And they know who I'm talking about. So any one of them talking shit, let's have the make me a fucking believer challenge with Moon, right? And we're gonna go grandma and grandpa until the first one of us run the fuck out and see which one of y'all niggas tap out. Right? And then I'm going to find out how we are kinfolk. Because if you're saying that you Wolf Clan, my nigga, you're going to bump into me and you're going to bump into a few other Indians that's calling you an African right now, Colinago. Right now. I wished that it would have been, made me feel better if that nigga really did the Dexter St. Jock. If the nigga would have acted like he was, Carib or something. I don't really appreciate faking that, but a Jafakan is better than a whole Nigerian acting like an African. The chances of a Jafakan not being American is slim and none. But the chances of a nigga saying he Indian and he really a whole African, that shit is growing exponentially. Do something about that shit. He looked like he is related to Polite. Facts of life. That's facts of life. And don't nobody really care what he is, yo. But if he, there ain't no but. That nigga Nigerian, man. Go help your Nigerian people. Go help your Nigerian people, nigga. You over here messing and meddling in Indian affairs when that man made it very clear that Hemock and all of them was inviting Africans over. They want to pay big money to get in on the American Indian business, right? This how you know your IMUs, your Thai datas, they don't really give a fuck about the Indian. They want to make money off the Indian. They want to make money off us repping our grandma set, not because they're Indian. They want exclusive rights to the money that could be made off of us owning and having our own shit. Why should we give these niggas any type of inclusiveness in that regard? What makes them fucking special? These niggas is running and dipping and running from genealogy. And that's what we about. I don't give a fuck about none of them niggas. What's up, Bam, baby? How you doing, Bam? This nigga got the Swiffer picker upper on his motherfucking head, running around, talking about peace and blessings, calling the fucking Cherokee. And that lady said, but you said you was black. No, what I said was that that people would look at me and consider me black. This nigga sound like a whole motherfucking African. I'm glad to hear that, Bam. I'm glad to hear that, beloved. So, what we're going to do now is what we've been doing. We're going to keep regulating, right? We're going to keep regulating. We're going to keep mobbing on these niggas. I know I most definitely am. I know I most definitely am going to keep on mobbing on these niggas. They ain't going to do nothing, whether it's one-on-one, right, or 50 against Moon. Moon going to get the busing. Moon going to get the banging. Ain't nothing nobody going to do about it. And I'm going to just, make sure that we still got that information that you can't do nothing about, but you could definitely do something with it. Could definitely do something with it. I don't see y'all niggas producing much of nothing that people can do something with. That's a fact, Mad Vibes. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Hold on 1 second, y'all. You ain't lying. My bad. Hey, DeMarcus Wilson. Love you too, baby. What's happening with you? Love it. You coming to the No Grandma Killers tour? I hope so. Peace and I ain't gonna wish peace. We already got that. We can't have no peace until we get rid of these bozos. But I definitely wish wellness to you and the family. Listen, wellness to you all, y'all. You ain't lying, shop. I can respect that. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Regulators, you already know, coach. And I got a problem too with the fact that you make a level-headed man. This is what y'all don't know about me. You got a level-headed brother, always the last one to get hot under the collar that can defuse these situations. I really felt some kind of way when Coach got upset the other day, right? I really got upset behind that. When you could make a person that has all of this tolerance, he works with children all the time, so you got to have a certain temperament. And this man is always on even every single day, right? Every single day. The stuff that he does for the people in the community, just even as a business partner, he always puts himself out there a little extra, always willing to give a little extra. And this is what I love working with Kuka and Tasha. We don't mind doing a little extra. Like it's easy when it comes to the three of us, right? So, but the point that I'm trying to make is to see somebody that's always on an even keel to get upset behind something that lame niggas that ain't doing nothing have provoked. That shit kind of aggravated me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Even just to see my dude upset because like he's the calmest cat in the world. But those the last niggas you want to fuck with. They call this man coach. Do they think? I don't know what they thinking. I'm sitting like, damn, you got to think a nigga with a name coach is probably athletic. He could probably, use his hands and move his feet and shit like that. Probably not the one to be running their mouth all the time like these niggas. They don't even think logically. I just wanted to touch on that shit. And I'm going to tell y'all, just because, Tasha's not aggressive or be laying the smack down on y'all, don't think that she can't. She got hands too. Don't think that she can't. And like I said last night, don't take this as no opportunity to start beefing with them because you got beef. Well, you got an imaginary beef with Moon. Don't try and take it out on them. You're not going to be successful with that. For one, I'm probably going to be madder than they are because they're better at ignoring some of you bozos than I am. But I'll smack the shit out of you on their behalf. A direct petition. That's a fact. That's just the type of time I'm on. That's just the type of time I'm on. So I just need people to understand that. Don't take out how you feel about Phoenix on my partners, right? That's working with me that you ain't never had no problems with. Don't fucking do it. I get wind of that, then Moon is getting in it. And you can take it how you want to take it from there. I'm with all the shits. Just know that. Especially when it come down to you fucking with my peoples. That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. I promise you that. It ain't going to be the way you think it's going to be. It ain't going to be the way you think it's going to be. You need to know that. But anyway, if you haven't got your tickets, what y'all gonna do? You're gonna get them tickets. You're gonna go to www.nograndmakillers.com. You're gonna book your hotel. You're gonna get your tickets. You're gonna come and have a good time and be like, I wish these niggas would produce some shit like that. They can do it. They can't do it. They can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to do it. So again, if they ready to have the No Grandma Killer challenge, let's see if Chief Holiday or his baby oil butt buddy, Kalinago with the fake fucking Swiffer duster. See if they want to have a battle of the grandmas. See if Bethy can help you with your family tree. Let's see how that shit work. Y'all want to shake these fucking leaves off? See how many of them drop to the ground. Let's see how this shit shake out. I doubt it. They ain't got that kind of time. They definitely ain't got no smoke. Not no real smoke. They got some messy shit. And I don't really care how African Kalinago really is. I want him to stop pretending to be our cousin, okay? Stop capitalizing off of people thinking that he related to the American Indians, that he can't prove it, right? I don't want to just prove the shit. If it is what it is, you ain't got none. But you gonna have a hard way to go, nigga, tying that Austrian name to any motherfucking people over here. You gonna have a hard time, nigga. Hard fucking hard time. Hard time. Hard time. Hard time. Nigga. Damn near impossible. It's gonna be damn near impossible for you to do that. On the maternal side, right? Because we know your mom was some sort of CO or police officer over there in Dominica, right? We know that. We know that. So even if she had married into that Austrian family, that father's side, right? Which would be where I'm assuming your name came from. If she is in fact married, may not be the case. Maybe Austria is mama's name, right? Maybe that's her maternal name. But this nigga threw up these little fake ass DNA tests and shit. Niggas threw up the fake DNA test. And this company, I remember him mentioning this company that they used some years back. And they specifically used this company. I'm pretty sure they knew somebody that was there with the write up. If you notice, one certificate I believe says Native American and the other one says American Indian, and I'm just cracking the fuck up. Looks like some shit he made, some little fake ass diploma shit that he bought from fucking Staples or something like that. He don't look like none of our peoples at all. At all. And, or all they could do is they could just throw the motherfucking oh yeah, I could absolutely roast battle. Oh man, I played the dozens. Oh man, it's better to do it with the folks that I grew up with because they already know what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? Because a stranger be like, try to get in our dozens game and be like, that ain't fair. I'm a smack Phoenix. I'm a smack it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got the motherfucking snaps, though. I definitely do. Let's see if these niggas could do the grandma challenge. Let's see if these niggas could post 4 fucking grandmas. Right? Let's see if these niggas could stretch back. Because in order for them to know that he is Wolf Clan, you gotta have some 1700s information. And if you got that 1700s information, nigga, oh man, you in my area, and this is where I know I'm gonna bag your ass. I know I'm gonna bag you. And this is on, the heat is on now. You can go and study everything that you think I'm saying, all these little caveats and shit like that. You still ain't gonna know what you're looking at because those ain't your motherfucking people, nigga. You can only, a lot of this stuff is only gonna be internalized and able to be understood by the people that's actually walking this walk and talking this talk, that's really finding out who they folks are, that really can verify that they folks are Indian. So, I know for a fact, these niggas can't get it in. They can't get it in. And again, I want you, because there's definitely gonna be some two-faced motherfuckers over here. Definitely let these niggas know Phoenix Moon won battle. Grandma for grandma and grandpa for grandpa until the first motherfucker run out. And I want to see these motherfucking, let me see these Cherokees these niggas is talking about. You see these Cherokees, and if these niggas is Cherokees, why don't y'all going over and get your little blood quantum up? Y'all got enough to go on over there. You can have 1/zillionth of a piece of Cherokee and go and be relative to them. If that's what you're saying you are, your folks is going to be over there on that door. Well, nobody is stopping anybody from being Cherokee unless except themselves. That's one thing that you will not be able to say about them Oklahoma Cherokees. You only need a little tiny pinch. As long as you can prove that somebody that you came to was on those rolls from 1899 to 1907, that small little window. That does not include the Cherokees that moved prior to the Trail of Tears. You would have to be my cousin, nigga, and I know y'all niggas ain't our kin. You're asking a genealogist to dismiss what we know as fucking fact to satisfy y'all having this Indian narrative. And nah, nigga, it ain't no reason to lie because these motherfuckers that suspect that they Indian, nigga, they really is. It's just some of y'all niggas that's saying that y'all Indian. Nigga, you really not. You really not. So let's set this stage up because at the end of the day, not only is this going to knock y'all bum ass niggas off the pedestal, right? That y'all think y'all on, the self-proclaimed chief. I am chief baby oil. I am chief of this and chief of that and family and peace family, right? That dumb shit. That is not going to make a nigga Indian. Chief Holiday, that little dog and pony circus nigga, none of that shit gonna make you Indian. Show me your motherfucking grandma. Let's get it popping. We both got access to screen shares. Let's fucking shake this tree out because this will be good. This will make the Native Americans go sit down and go mind their motherfucking business and get themselves together. This will make the skillets go sit their asses down and mind their business and go get themselves together. And it's definitely going to kick y'all niggas out of grandma's house, fronting like y'all fucking cousin Pete, and y'all niggas ain't even third time removed cousin Mumbuntu. Niggas got to get out of grandma's house. Can you imagine that, nigga? Tie-dye feathers and shit like that. Oh, baby oiled up. Oh, fluorescent ass, My Little Pony looking ass fucking Hotep nigga. Disgusting, yo. Just fucking disgusting. But let me know if these niggas, I'm just trying to figure out how they want to go about it. If that nigga was, listen, Carib descent is the least, would be the best thing that can happen for him. If he would, the best thing, because that still puts him in the Americas. I don't care. I'm not one of those Indians that act funny to the Haitian brothers and Dominican, but I don't act funny to them. I don't act funny to them. And I know that some people have they preference. I'm gonna tell you, I'm pro-American. I don't give a fuck if you from Canada, Mexico, Brazil, motherfucking Tierra del Fuego. I don't give a fuck. All I care about is Indians, Americans, and grandmas. American Indians and grandmas and grandpas. Our posterity. All that other shit, niggas can fight about that all they want. I ain't gonna act like I ain't got a red bone granny. Nigga, I am darker than both of my parents and my twin. I ain't playing that fucking extra colorism shit. I ain't playing that extra shit. Definitely ain't doing that. So, I just need y'all. He can't prove he's Garifuna or Arawak. That's right. That's right. That's right. This is so sad. This nigga was just selling Hotep packages and shit. Niggas just was selling Hotep packages. And now, let me tell you, because what's going to happen is, let me tell you how dirty these niggas is. These niggas get mad at particular people, and then they want to go and make friends with they motherfucking, the people that they think is the enemies of the person that they mad at, right? Let me just show you how weird people are, right? So, I'm going to just use Cousin Liz Robinson, right? Now, let's just use this for an example. We are really cool, very tight. We talk offline and all of that, right? And all of a sudden, me and her get into some sort of riffraff, and then somebody that her and I both don't like, I end up going to be friends with them just so I can bring it to Liz in a way where I think it's gonna hurt her by going to her enemy. You know, this is where the dumbass Indian think that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That does hold up sometimes, right? That does hold up sometimes. But you'll never see me going to nobody's enemy just to make a newer or more thorough enemy out of you. It'll be at that time that the person that wants to fuck you over steps forward and say, hey, wait a minute, I know this one. Only in support of truth. Only in support of truth. I appreciate those spicy meatballs. I appreciate that when I'm busting on somebody and I see that you right, I didn't want to say nothing, Phoenix, but here go this proof because I know this one did this to me and I was so embarrassed. People will tell you the truth. Once they see you uncover it, I'm going to tell y'all, stop being passive when it comes to these dirt chickens. Stop being passive. If y'all think y'all going to let y'all molest a brother, right, your brother the molester, the goddamn pedophile, and you going to tell the rest of the community, hey, he only raped 2 little girls. Oh, why can't my brother live here? That's how y'all niggas sound. Why can't we all get along? Why can't we have the rapists and the molesters in here? Why? Why not? Why don't they deserve a fair shot? This is how stupid these people are. This how. So what he stole before? This type of shit these people was on. And they are protecting these niggas that been bringing harm to Indian country. You want to call? Listen, if I had some shit to motherfucking do, if I ain't have no shit to do, I'm telling y'all be knocking on niggas' doors, yo. I be knocking on niggas' doors, man. I want to see what that grandma like. I want to see what them grandmas like. I don't believe y'all niggas. I don't believe y'all niggas. Anyway, it's almost smoke 30. I got a couple of calls to make and a couple of happy birthdays I need to give out and dish out. I'll be back a little later. Hope everything's healthy. Let's see if them niggas want to do that no grandma killer challenge. Raise the money. Y'all want battle? Anybody? Let's go. Let's go grandma for grandma. We could take it to Sonetta if you want to. Y'all want to really, y'all like dog and pony circus shows anyway. Let's see if Sonetta will host for us. Y'all niggas about that money. Let's see if your grandma make you money and if my grandma make me money. Let's get it shaking. That's what y'all want to do. It's about the money for y'all and ain't about for the love of grandma. It ain't about the love for her. Because y'all niggas is lame. And if that's how y'all represent y'all grandma, especially you, Holiday, with your mayo colored lady. We know your grandma was not mayonnaise colored. I seen what you look like. Sipping on private stock. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Whatever. I want all that smoke though. I definitely want to do the no grandma killer challenge with y'all niggas. Holiday, Dane, Colinago. Y'all want to defend this nigga Colinago? Now everybody put their shit up. Let's see if your grandma mean more than his. You can throw your grandma away. Y'all niggas want to act like y'all about some shit? Be about that no grandma killer challenge. Y'all want to take up for Colinago? Show me how he kin to y'all. Show me how he honor you and we up. Show me how he Wolf Clan. Niggas, show me how y'all niggas is anything other than scammers. Show me how y'all anything other than part of the motherfucking problem. I don't think y'all niggas can. I'm going to keep putting y'all niggas to the test with my little, nigga act like I'm losing some fucking subscribers. I'm up about 400 now, nigga. What you talking about? Up about 400 subscribers. These are natural people that actually came to my channel and wanted to be here. I ain't buying no goddamn subscribers. I ain't buying no ghost bots to sit in the chat and act like this shit more popping, than it is. I know I'm being suppressed. I can tell you for a fact I know my channel's being suppressed. So that ain't what it's about. And then again, in real life, I'm actually active, right? I'm active. I'm easy to get in touch with. And motherfuckers get next to me when they need to get next to me. I need to know how many times have any of these folks really came to check in on the people, y'all. Show me when he called any county jails. Show me when they were in court for any family members. I need to see some of that regular shit. That regular shit that families stick together and work with. I don't believe these niggas. These niggas got smooth shit to hustle to you motherfuckers online. That lady said, "You the only one that got my credit card. I'm going to take off the day of work." I said, damn. You know, Rick Ross got a line, "Good dick make a chick want to cut class." Right? That line Rick Ross said, "Good dick make a chick want to cut class." How the hell do you miss a day's work to talk to a nigga, to watch a nigga online? Can't you take your phone to work with you? Nigga, I can't get over somebody, mama. You want to get your daughter to whip my ass. You want to be sure your daughter don't want to whip your ass for embarrassing her, right? As you said in front of every fucking body, that you was going to take a day off of work to watch a nigga online, as if that fucking replay wasn't going to work. That shit right there. Those are the type of decisions and shit. That's 52. That's grandma age. It's a grandmother age. So if these are the type of grandmothers that these children have, then a lot of people are fucked up. And this shit, damn. I mean, damn, y'all. That's my Carrie Davis voice. I mean, damn. Like, just look at this shit. This bitch got up there, just had a baby, talking about, "I hate Phoenix Moon." Y'all don't see these psychological shit. The bitch said she hate me. She don't even fucking know me. "I hate this bitch Phoenix." Ah! Just sitting there like, yo, she gonna pop her boob in that baby mouth with all that rage? Rage on a rib cage. God damn. Bitches done drank that motherfucking GMO gin. This shit is fucked up. This shit fucked up. I can't believe ain't none of y'all niggas smooth enough to make a nigga take a day off of work. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Nigga, a nigga gonna take a day off of work to watch a motherfucker on YouTube. That is fan mail. That is fan mail. Lady came over talking about, "I need you to help me do my genealogy. They said nothing but good things about you." And I went right to the videotape 12 hours prior, and they said everything bad about me. Lying and shit. They said they want to apologize. And then you got this other girl trying to set Tony up with that shit. That shit. Well, what you gonna do? Would you talk to Dane Calloway? Because Phoenix already said she was gonna squash it. I said no such fucking thing. I ain't squashing nothing but Colinago. Y'all in the way, y'all gonna get stepped on too. Hey, I mean that shit. I don't chew my cabbage twice. You got to understand that. Gotta understand that. I don't chew my cabbage twice. Ain't none of that. It's not gonna go away. Y'all better figure out more clever ways to try and ambush me. You better get more of the fucking niggas that got caught in the scam. All of y'all, yes, smile for the motherfucking cameras, bitches, because we all watching y'all. It was a beautiful thing to see all them malignant, tumorous people on that motherfucking panel last night. Ooh, now y'all just helped me geographically place all y'all bitches together. All of y'all down with the kill grandma conspiracies. Y'all are the niggas. Y'all GMO motherfucking Indians talking that nation shit. Nigga Skyhand, your brother takes care of you. You better show him some respect. And bitch, I live in North Carolina. To the one that said I live with my mama. So what the fuck if I did? And what if I do? What if I do? I go to the doctor with them, everything. Take care of everything. Running shit like a real chief in the background, making sure my family good. Bitch, where your mama at? What's she putting on her documents? What your mama putting on her shit? I'll tell you what my mama and daddy doing. What your siblings doing, baby? You gotta be motherfucking joshing me. You gotta be motherfucking joshing me. Now these niggas want to talk about family. They just was talking about how many fucking views they had and how many subscribers they got. But they hear Moon talk about family because they know that's the curb that these niggas can't never get around, right? This is how I bring them back to earth. So now they mention, yeah, maybe, I get my moms on here. Nigga, you ain't talking about your mama in 4 motherfucking years. Meanwhile, I can't stop talking about mine. Meanwhile, I can't stop talking about mine. These niggas, they better stop playing these motherfucking games. They better stop playing these games. You better stop. Y'all so wicked. Y'all think y'all gonna outbox Moon. But that's not the case. First of all, I keep telling y'all, I have the mind of a boxer. Protect your face, guard your grill, and knuckle up. Right? That's what I know. That's what I know. That's what I know. I know how to do it well. And these niggas is mad that I'm really good at defending grandma. This is why I like playing that cornerback position. Y'all don't understand. I get to blitz, I get to sack, I get to defend, I get to move around, right? These niggas is stuck off of wanting to be the running back. They stuck off of wanting to be the wide receiver. Colinago is a wide receiver, right? Nigga like Chief Holiday is a wide receiver. He probably extra wide because that nigga got on his knees and opened up real wide for that shit. Right? They rather have all the completion percentage and this nigga here, he want to have all the rushing yards and shit like that. Me, I'm blitzing on you niggas. I'm sacking you bitches. I'm going to stop y'all from scoring. Y'all ain't getting it in like y'all think y'all getting it in if y'all really went berserk over a Grandma Killers tour when y'all niggas had plenty of time to do what y'all doing. Y'all niggas is whole hoes to me. And hoes don't get no love. Hoes need love. Hoes need love. She said she would kill me. That bitch want to kill me over Colinago. See, I ain't even get to see all that shit. All I thought about was her putting her breast in that baby's mouth, transferring all that demon seed milk to that baby. Niggas is married to Pilgrim Pasties, huh? I know that's right. I know that's right. It's their fucking problem. That bitch said she would kill me. Good luck with that shit. I hear that. I ain't never even had no cracker tell me no shit like that. But you can see this little bum ass bitch in Philly. I hope she still had that same fucking energy tomorrow. I'll be out there tomorrow handling my business. She might be a part of the business that gotta get handled. All that shit she was talking about. I ain't even catch that part. I ain't even catch that part. Colinago mean that much that this bitch said, I hate Moon. I hate that bitch. We never even had any discourse, dialogue. We wasn't even typing to each other in the chat. That bitch grabbed that link and expressed her pure fucking hate. I hate you, Phoenix, yelling at the top of her motherfucking lungs. Bitch ain't never had a conversation with me, nothing. All of this to protect Colinago. They created this whole big debacle. Von Skyhand, you mad because you took that picture in that cow print skirt with a nigga you said that is a fuck boy and he fucking with Hemok. Turns out your ass is a fuck boy. You fucking with Hemok and you probably the one he bent over. You the only nigga in that picture with a skirt on, bitch. You the only one with the skirt. Let me find this dress. Let me find this nigga in this goddamn dress so I can show y'all why this nigga mad at me. Let me see something here. Oh, I got to show y'all some funny shit. Hold on. Oh, I got fucking meatballs. I be forgetting. I forget sometimes I got these. Hold on. Look at this shit. This one of the chiefs. Woo, y'all gonna look at these motherfuckers. Hold on. Y'all ready for this? Doom, doom, doom. It's such a good vibration. You got to see this shit right here to fucking believe it. Hold on 1 second. This is just one of them. This is just one of them. This shit crazy right here. Hold on, hold on. This nigga had on a cow print skirt and he mad at Moon. Let me see something here. Ooh, y'all ready for this, honey funny? Hold on. That shit crazy, y'all. I can't make this shit up. These people are fucked over. Fucked up, yo. This shit is hilarious. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this for you. Hold on 1 second. Y'all got to see this shit. Give me 1 second. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Let me see something here. Mm. I know what to do. Okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna do. Cause I want to who sent it to me. I want them to. They're private, so I don't want them to have to be getting hit ups and shit because. Boom, here we go. I don't want their privacy interrupted because they sent me this little spicy meatball. I just gotta see some of the shit. Some of the shit. Okay, boom. Okay. Ah. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Let me start this over. Okay. Let me share this video. Yeah, they wouldn't allow anyone to show any proof. They never. I don't even know if they showed any goddamn. Oh yeah, the women just referred to him, Skyhand, as thinking that he's Nature Boy. They all, Holiday and them is down with that shit too. They all have asked me multiple, like polymorphs questions and stupid shit like that. To see if motherfuckers is with that. I don't know. I put bitches through plate glass windows and shit for my husband, so I don't really know about all that shit, right? These niggas is talking about. I don't know what they talking about. But these busters can't even maintain one household, let alone inclusive to multiple women and shit like that. But this is one of they people's. This is some strange shit. Strange shit. Strange to us. Niggas be dangerous. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go right here. Look at this shit. They doing shit in the woods. I think this make her feel real Indian. She's one of the people that was made a chief too. Now, right? You know, so now it's a matter of, first of all, they want to put out Moon Fire. They want to put out my fire. How they going to address that? It certainly ain't going to be with this shit. These niggas is nuts. Got some more. These niggas is crazy. They hustling like a motherfucker. They ain't even got to go too hard. They ain't even got to go hard. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Let me see something here. Hold on. I got some more. Schmucks. One second. Let me find this. I got some other something else. Hold on 1 second. Maybe it's not this account. These people's crazy. You must be crazy. Super cat. Dolly, 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 my baby. These niggas is nuts. Let's show. I'm gonna get from around after this file. Oh, it's definitely a cult because these niggas is trying to hustle the women, move in with their kids. Mm-hmm. Let me see something here. I got some other. I'll show y'all some of the weirdo shit these niggas were fucking with. And then, on top of all of that, these niggas is in the woods doing all types of shit with all types of weirdos. Okay? All right, let's see something here. Let's see something. I just got to show y'all this other video of how weird these niggas are. And I just want to make sure that it is fucking clear. I just want to make sure that it is fucking clear. That these niggas was carrying on and did all this carrying on for Kalanago. They are looking to protect the grandma killer. You know these niggas ain't trustworthy. It ain't no use in getting no money with these niggas because everything they touch gonna turn to shit. Anything that interrupts the natural process of what's happening with us and our ancestors and this grand fucking awakening, anything, it's all gonna be cursed and fall by the wayside. I promise you that. That's why white people sitting back minding their fucking business. And when you go in these places and you have these conversations with them, you know what they say? We knew this day was coming. We knew this day was coming. But what these Negroes do, they want to hang around the crooks, the creeps, and all that other shit. They thinking that all the shit that niggas had to do just to survive, them days is over. But they think they're gonna use those same tactics to sit here and hustle grandma and shit. Like she ain't leave us all the worth we need, all the wealth and value that we need. This how you know these niggas in their mind don't really know what it's about, what it's hitting for. Because it don't even give them that pride to do things the right way. Everything's a shit show with them niggas. Everything's a shit show. Them niggas is stupid and they fucking followers. Because that man Dane ain't on his fucking on his channel talking none of that shit. He go over to them fucking sucker shit nigga channel and pop the bullshit that he pop. He gonna salty up they shit and keep his shit clean like a bar of soap, right? This is how stupid these niggas are. This is how stupid they are. Fucking fan mail. Fan mail. That's all they are. Bunch of fucking fans. Niggas staying home from work to watch this nigga on live. Oh my girl, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I couldn't even stay home from school to watch Luke and Laura get married on General Hospital back in the fucking 80s. Motherfucker get to stay home and watch Dan Calloway on the computer. God damn. You could take your phone. Don't YouTube. Ain't YouTube on every goddamn smartphone? Take your ass to work. Yo, that shit was funny as fuck. One of them niggas said, nah, sister, I don't know about that. You might want to call your job back and get them hours back. Motherfucker want to get her 28-year-old daughter to fuck me up. And she ain't nothing but 5 years older than me. Something like that. Right? Few years older than me. I was going in high school. She was getting out of high school. But I got a 25-year-old daughter. Right? This shit fucking crazy. You can't make these things up. I'm looking for this other fucking video of this bullshit ass ceremony to show you these niggas is acting like fake ass witch doctors and warlocks and shaman and all this other dumb shit. These niggas is whole alcoholics, straight up junkies, deadbeat dads, dead or beat moms. I really don't respect y'all deadbeat moms going around with these fucking fucktard niggas, letting them around your kids. Y'all niggas is poison to the community, and you the reason why we got so many problem kids right the fuck now. You're the reason. You're the reason why we got all these problem kids now. At least back in the 90s, it was an excuse because there was so many people on drugs in the 80s and 90s. It was an excuse, and that don't make it right. But at least they had a drug habit. Y'all bitches got dick habits. Y'all got coochie habits. Y'all got loneliness habits. And y'all put all that shit before your motherfucking children. Nah, bitches, we ain't the same. I don't respect you. I'm going to interview my baby father as soon as he gets back. I'm going to interview him. Maybe I'm going to call his wife and see if she get up there and say some things about me too. Know some things too. Share some things and shit about our journey and how we did the co-parenting. And what it took, how my village helped raise my children. I'll be down there soon. I'll be home soon, Chris. I can't wait to get back home. I'm tired. I done did this whole winter between here and Saratoga. I'm ready to get back down south. I can't wait. I'll be there in about a week or so. But you know, on the journey of how it got done. Now, I ain't saying we the experts at the shit, but I'm gonna tell you, we went through a lot just in order to make sure our kids was healthy. Like me and that nigga couldn't stand each other, but we loved our children enough to make sure that they grew up with something healthy, right? Niggas used to my friends. I lost a lot of friends because when I broke up with my baby father on Tuesday, Friday I dropped my daughter off at him in the mistress' house. How you gonna bring the baby over there, girl? That bitch was all doing this and that. And I'm like, hey, he said some smooth shit to her, and she went for that shit. I don't love the nigga. This is my daughter's father. He ain't gonna let no harm come to her. I don't give a fuck what woman, how many women he got. He ain't gonna let nothing crazy go on around my daughter. And that was just the end of that. That was the end of that. Never had to worry about nothing. Me and my oldest kid's father, we moved next door to each other. When the kids started becoming teenagers and shit, we moved next door to each other. So, had damn near the whole block, had the cousins across the street. We had our whole little fucking community. Like, there was no getting over and shit. No getting over. Had a close eye on them. Motherfuckers, the same motherfuckers that laughed at me, their kids is all over the place and fucking crazy. Bitches dead talking, she gone. I would never drop my baby off at the mistress crib, and I would never, and why she don't drag that nigga? Why she ain't doing this to him? Why she ain't? Like I would, like these bitches wanted me to punish my baby father on behalf of their no ain't shit baby fathers. They wanted me to be mad at his fidelity and make that an issue about his fathering. His fathering ain't got nothing to do with his relationship with me. One thing for sure, that nigga wanted that baby. We both did. We ain't playing no fucking games. Straighten that shit right out. Straighten that shit right out. My daughter got a sister whose birthday is the day after hers. While we were at my baby's birthday party, his mistress was giving birth to their other daughter. You know what I told him at that birthday party? I said, hey, I heard your girl's having a baby. Once you going over to that hospital and comfort her, I got this. Everybody's seen you here. We at my daughter's birthday party, and I'm telling him to go tend to his other baby that was on the way. That baby was born on my mother's birthday. My mother and my youngest baby birthday is a day apart. My daughter's sister was born on my mother's birthday. So this nigga got two babies, two daughters, whose birthday is the day after each other. So he's always got to come up with some extra bread around that particular time. Because you got two babies, you got to do something for them, right? But the fact of the matter is, that nigga, you know, you could honestly say that I helped him grow. I'm pretty sure his baby mother would be like, well, damn, I had help because that woman ain't care about how, went down. I just wanted to make sure that when my baby girl over there, me and that woman had an understanding. I know she loved my baby father, so she ain't gonna let nothing happen to my child, right? He ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to my child. So I did have some security in that. But at the same time, and me and this nigga really couldn't stand each other. But when it come down to what's good, I had to stop. I used to talk shit about this nigga all the time because I didn't like a lot of things he was doing. But then I watched this Judge Judy show. I ain't even gonna hold you. This shit touched me in a way. I was mad that it touched me, but I was glad at the same time. And this girl, and she did have a fucked up baby father. This shit was crazy. And she just was on Judge Judy talking shit. And Judge Judy said, that's enough. That's enough. Stop talking about him. You chose him. You chose him. That shit resonated with me. And I said, damn, I did. You stop talking shit about this man. Fuck it. Stop talking shit about him. And you know what? The shit, it became, our relationship got better after that. Yeah, I let him, I dropped my daughter off at the mistress house on Friday and shit, but I wasn't really all the way nice to him and shit, cordial or whatever. Any chance I got, I drop a bow. Not because I cared, but because I thought that was appropriate. Because, But I learned that shit wasn't right either. And I also knew that the more that I can assist this nigga in maintaining what he needs to maintain as a man, the better father he gonna be for my daughter. I realized that. If we as women got this nigga off his game, there's gonna be some shit that our kids are missing. We might want to make sure this nigga is that nigga, so that he can bring forth fruit that for our daughters that'll make them women. You understand? I can't do it by myself. So the fact that he got his shit together, this is a reflection of me. The fact that I got my shit together is a reflection of, what it's supposed to be hitting for. And our children have been able to thrive. Totally able to thrive. They ain't out here snatching nobody's purse. My son is not out here trying to Mr. Tyrone your daughters. They ain't doing none of that. They ain't doing none of that. So, what's up, Chase Truths? How you doing, beloved? But like I said, work on these healthy relationships and shit. Not, you can't be having no healthy relationship with a bitch that get on Facebook with somebody she never had a exchange of words or anything with to get up there and say, I hate you, I hate you, I hate your guts, and I hope that you die. In my mind, I just imagine that bitch's intestines just winding up and shit. You know how you turn the thing and the water hose gets coiled up nice and neat and shit? I just imagine her shit just binding up. Like, who the fuck goes from 0 to hey Phoenix? Goddamn, bitch, you give me too much motherfucking credit. I'm not gonna pay your light bill, boo. And I damn sure ain't got $60 for your man to borrow. And neither do my nigga, bitch. My nigga ain't got $60 for your scrub ass man. He knew that baby was coming. Why that nigga ain't got $60? Nigga, you ain't living that shit down. You living that shit down. Talking shit. talking shit. But it's so good though. Let them niggas do what they do. Because I know I'm definitely going to do what I do. And we know that the Grandma Killers tour is going to be in full motherfucking effect. Whether these niggas is Sour Patch Kids or not. Y'all was calling us sour. Y'all niggas is Garbage Pail Kids. Straight Garbage Pail Kids. Right? Garbage Pail Kids. That's the type of crew y'all niggas is hanging around. And that's fine. Just know y'all niggas gonna be on Ain't Shit Island. Gonna be a bunch of y'all on that Ain't Shit Island. Y'all gonna have to stay there. Gonna have to stay there. Let me get ready to go and do what I gotta do. Love, peace, and hair grease. Y'all beautiful ones. We'll be back later. I actually have something that I'll be putting on the No Grandma Killers channel. This will be my first episode that I'll be doing. I'll be airing from there a little later. I got something I want to show y'all. DC, Young Cherokee, I'm telling you, we're going to make that real soon. I actually might be in DC on my way down to Charlotte. I actually might be down there. I do have some people that I need to see. And I have to go back to the Office of Authentications, and I have to go and get a couple of things, replacement birth certificates. So I may be down there a lot sooner. And I do have a cousin that just turned 50, and she's so damn cute. Even at 50, I would love to go to lunch with her. I might stay in DC a day or two. Definitely got to catch up with my folks. Now, listen to this. I spoke to, real quick before I let you guys go. I spoke to my grandmother's oldest niece, and I believe she is 77, something like that. So I sent them all the information that they needed for to apply for the roles that's actually open right now. And I remember 5 years ago, speaking to her and her being one of the primary elders that kept me encouraged when everybody else was looking at me crazy. And I was asking, what did their birth certificate say? I was looking to see if it said colored, blah, 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 blah. And, just those information, those little subtle clues that would give you information, especially to go and find out how Indian you are. We knew that we had Indian, but just not to the extent. So I say that to say, shout out to my cousin Carlene. Even with the age difference, even at that time, I was like just a fucking time bomb, and I didn't want to hear anything. I wasn't trying to hear nothing. I wanted to see the Indian. I wanted to know why these people kept it quiet. I wanted to know what was so important. And my cousin Colleen was one of the only elders that really sat there and gave me whatever it is that she knew, even down to the decision when some of them moved up north to those that stayed behind. I just got to learn a lot, and me being able to have a conversation with her these years later. And my cousin, like I said, she's in her late 70s. She just survived breast cancer, and she's still kicking it. And what she said to me, how proud of me that she was. She did not watch me grow up. She knew me all my life, but this is my grandmother's niece. She's 70 years old, so significantly older. They are more familiar with, my mother and them. That's their first cousins and stuff like that. So, but, she just thanked me for what I brought to the table. And she said, cousin, you never let up. You never let up. And you got farther than any memory that I can gave you. Such a small world too. So last summer, and then there's my other cousin, Kevin. You guys are gonna see more of him. Kevin comes up to New York every year to go with me to Shinnecock. So this year, the last year, he wasn't able to come, but I had my other bloodline cousins. I had Tiana and Tasha with me at Shinnecock. So last year, Lisa Cypress and Tasha and Gabriel do an event. And they had an American Indian drummer that was there and singer. And I didn't know. I wasn't able to attend the event. So a couple weeks ago, I sent my cousin some information and then to call you. I wanted to introduce you to somebody. So I said, oh, okay, who? And he says, her name is Lisa Cypress and blah, 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 blah. I said, she a Kakumak? He said, yeah. I said, I know Lisa. He said, how you know Lisa? I said, I know Lisa. Lisa's going to be at my No Grandma Killers tour. I wanted to invite you to the No Grandma Killers tour. He said, Lisa had me. I was at her event that she had in June down here in Virginia, and I performed, and I was the drummer and singer. I just said, see, it's a small goddamn world. Funny, Love Legacy and I, Yardy, a couple of us, we were at Drums Along the Hudson back in July, I think it was. I'm standing there with my back turned to the crowd. I'm sitting there chopping it up with Love Legacy, and he like, yo, some dude walking up on you. And I turned around and I was cracking up. It was my little brother. This is my dad's youngest son. Had no idea he was going to be there. Had no idea that he could spot me out of a crowd of a million people and shit with my back turned. And when I turned around, I started laughing because he didn't even know that I was in New York. And he was like, I knew that was my sister. I knew that was you. So I just say that to say, you never know. Like, my family is active. My family's active. You don't see them all with the feathers on, but I got a lot of them that are active when nobody's fucking watching. You see what I'm saying? So we were at an American Indian event, and here it is. My little brother didn't even know that I was in the state of New York, let alone at this event. And even he knew where he was supposed to be. My stepmother was there. My niece was there. Shout out to Two Moons. That's my brother's mother-in-law. And my sister-in-law was there. So I just said that to say the Indians is here. And we getting it in. You ain't gotta see us every day. And then these niggas acting like, first of all, I knew the people of Shinnecock. I'm 45. Okay. I've known them damn near all my life. We used to go to the Montauk Mounds. You know, we got mounds out here. We just didn't know what we was playing on. We just didn't know. Right? But I do know for a fact that these relationships are strong. And I'm very, very thankful for that. But I just said that to say that there's so many little things that are going on. And like I said, I got real family that's real active, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. And now, you know, the Monarch Rolls is open. We see how they take it. They got options, though. You see what I'm saying? These are the same people that didn't want to hear nothing before. And now they're like, oh, shit, when you can produce some damn court records from the 1600s and 1700s and see what they're saying about your folks. It hit a little different. It hit a little different. And especially at the fact where, let's say out of 5,000 people, only 3 of them were known to have been a slave. Those numbers that's not a lot. It's not a lot of slaves going on. When you got 5,000 people and you can only pull 3 of them slaves, and you know. And that's what everybody's going to notice about their families. You ain't going to completely have entire lineages that go back 9, 10 generations and nobody was a slave. We know that that's not true. But all of that, everybody was a slave. We know absolutely in fact that that's a whole goddamn lie. We know that's a lie. We know that's a lie. But I'm going to save some of these little spicy meatballs. I definitely will catch up with y'all later. If you haven't already, subscribe to No Grandma Killers channel. Subscribe to No Grandma Killers channel. If y'all know anybody that isn't afraid and will be able to, you know, maybe because there's some people out there, y'all are super smart. Y'all need to be heard. And you know, these people suck a lot of pinky toes and shit, and they go by popularity contests. I absolutely see that. I don't care who a person is. If I've never seen your screen name before, if you say some valid shit that resonates with me, I'll share it. I'll big it up. I'll do all of that. So what I want to know is if there's anybody that maybe you have a podcast and maybe a lot of people don't listen. If you want to get somebody to listen and you got some valid shit to talk about, come and talk to, send us an email at No Grandma Killers. We're looking for content fillers. So if y'all have something that's valid salad, even if you want to talk about, as long as it's anything Aboriginal. If you are a baseball coach, baseball is our sport. You want to talk about indigenous baseball for a half an hour period and give little lessons on the history and that, then come on over. It doesn't have to always be the law or always be this. If you know how to make a fucking bow and arrow with palm leaves, come on over and talk to us. We still need to have various things that take our mind off of the fact that we're actually engaging in fucking warfare with people that look like us, right? It ain't been a cracker yet that was able to, you know, trying to cut my head off. It's only these niggas. So all of these things are going to be helpful. All of these things are going to be useful. Don't minimize what it is that's your contribution. And if I've made anybody feel like their contribution is minimal, then I definitely do apologize. It's a contribution nonetheless. And some people don't even have that. They ain't got nothing to offer. I'd rather a motherfucker give me a goddamn dandelion with one petal on it. If it comes from the heart. Right? It's still going to mean the same as the bouquet of roses. You see? Got to have the same intent. But like I was saying, people have some decent shit. You a stand-up character, and you got something that is pertinent to the American Indian culture, historically, physically, definitely anything that attaches us to the land, or some type of talent that you have. If you are a gardener, you can have a 5-minute series where you're showing us the progress of a plant that you grew out of a jar. Shit like that is interesting. We need stuff to diffuse our mind. Why can't we have our own version of home and garden TV, holistic living, natural cures and remedies and stuff like that? A little bit of variety where we switch things up all the time, because sometimes when we have these teaching moments, it ends up with people being upset, sometimes. Definitely why we can't have American Indian music videos, like why we can't have our own MTV. We need some type of program coordinators, somebody that's for the music, somebody that's for the art, somebody that's for this, somebody that's for that. So we can have some well-rounded shit. And you get a little bit of all of your favorites, not just these other lame niggas, right? Because there's some other niggas that's over there with the lame niggas that need to be pulled over here to the righteous side, because them niggas really don't fit the criteria that the lame niggas got. We definitely don't want none of them brainwashed women, right? To be that don't make good decisions right now in the community. Don't make good decisions out their own mouth, out their own actions, right? We can make sure that we stay far away from them and have the right people around. We want the right kind of matriarchs around. So let's come into that. But let me go. Let's smoke 30. It's way past that. Peace out, you can. I'm gonna catch up with y'all soon.